boom. Okay, working on Twitch.
The diddler.
All right, I think that we are live. So 3, 2, 1, fake clap. Welcome to the Afrotaku podcast, episode 64. I'm Mr. Good Guy, aka MGG, and I'm joined here by my co-hosts who will introduce themselves starting right now.
Hello, it's Player 5. I'm back from the store. I got that milk.
What up?
Good, y'all.
It's
It's
Deuce.
joking. I am Deuce, it looks like.
Oh, Big Don. Sorry, that's my name.
Oop. Formerly known as Deuce.
Formerly known as Deuce. The podcaster formerly known as Deuce. Did everybody go?
Yeah, I
think
think we
so.
did.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's been a minute.
Oh, yeah, I know, it's been a minute.
Gotta get our
All
flow
right.
going again.
I'm telling you, right, the rhythm. So all right, I'm gonna start off with our story time, aka group question. So this one comes to me from Fallout, and I won't spoil it for anybody. But my question is, would you drink piss to become immortal?
Follow-up question?
Yeah, I knew he was gonna ask how much.
No.
How much
Okay.
piss?
There's two. Now I got two questions. It's like, how full are we talking? Like, is this like a full tank of pee or like a
I would say
sip?
you got to take a gulp. We would call it a big gulp of
a
pee.
big gulp?
A big gulp of pee. You
Okay, a
definitely
big
want to
gulp.
taste
And
the
then
pee.
second thing, am I taking it out of a glass or from the tip? Because that changes.
No, out of glass. Out of glass. We'll
Okay,
respect you.
Okay.
It'll be in a cup.
Hell yeah, I'm doing
I
that.
want to hear what Big Don got to say.
Like, that's no question.
And it doesn't matter what gender the piss is for you.
Oh, okay, easy money. If it's no gender, I'm getting that immortality. Big goal.
Yeah, I'm drinking that. Like,
So male piss, female piss, you're good.
well, hold on. Let me clarify. Can I still get like sick?
No. It's just to make you
yeah,
immortal.
yeah, I'm
And
drinking
then
that.
whatever process it takes to get you to immortal is what you're going to experience. But no, you won't get
Hell
sick.
yeah, I'm drinking that.
You just drink piss.
Yeah, I was like, will I be like old forever?
Oh, that's a good question.
Nah.
Okay, like so.
So like when you age, you
like
drink the
healthy
pee.
immortality.
You stay.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
Yeah.
8 gulps, bro. No cap.
8 gulps?
I would go as far as a whole barrel of that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Wow.
We talking immortality?
Yeah.
Time? The one thing you can't buy, I could buy time by drinking piss, bro. Give it to me by the gallon, bro.
Yeah. Interesting.
If I had to do a big gulp once a month for the rest of my life,
No, just one time. I thought of it as just a one-time deal.
I'm just letting
You might have
know
to-
how far I go.
You might have to inhale that piss every so often to just refresh,
Easy.
but that's about it.
I guess my question is why would you say no? Like I don't get what's
So
the downside.
why it was a no for me was given the context, right? So we were watching Fallout, and in my mind, it was, would you
This nigga's immortal
want
on
to
that
be
show?
immortal in the apocalypse? Huh?
Right.
Are they immortal in that show?
There are some immortal creatures.
Yes, there's some people that are.
I didn't play the game, so I don't know. I'm watching it fresh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't shit. I mean, I
Yeah.
played it a little bit, but I found out about that through the show, I would say.
If we talking Fallout immortality, get me out, bro.
Well, I mean, that's part of the question, though, bro. I mean, that's like that.
No, so like
question on immortality. I mean, do you want to
my immortality though? I want to be able to. I want to be able to die when I want to die. Like,
oh, see, that's not
I'll be immortal, right?
though.
But I want to be able to turn it off when the time comes.
Oh, see,
Because
that's
like,
broke.
you know, it's
Interesting.
not, in 400 years, nigga, I don't want to be alive in 400 years.
And that's my
Well,
problem,
there it
right?
is.
So that's why I was saying that's my thing. Like, especially post-apocalyptic, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If y'all see me around in the post-apocalyptic anything, I would be surprised. That's all I'm saying. I'm one of the first niggas that's trying to get out of the jam. Because what's the value? I never saw that as successful. Not advocating for that stuff, but I just don't see the point. Like, who wants to survive that much in a world of nothing? That's you. Exactly. That's not me. I'm like, unless something motivates me to, right? Like I was telling this to my wife yesterday. I was like, look, if y'all there and y'all like, saying like, oh man, we're gonna survive, then I would do it. But if I'm by myself, no, I don't come looking for me, bro, because you're not gonna find it. You're gonna be very disappointed at what you find.
Like ditto to MGG.
Apocalyptic,
huh?
Like, why'd you automatically assume an apocalyptic world?
No, that was just the context of where this question came up because it was in Fallout, which is a really kind of like a post-apocalyptic world, and especially in the surface part of it, there's not really a whole. I mean, it's the Wild Wild West. Like shit is not enjoyable. It's not fun. Even if you got a little enclave, even if you got a little enclave, this is more from the games. But yeah, I mean, this is more from the games anyway, so I wouldn't consider spoilers.
Right? I mean, like, you know, who knows what's going to end up happening in general with the world. The point of the fact is, no matter what does happen, you ain't dying. You sticking around. You seeing the result, whether it's the good or the bad. So are you willing to take that gamble to sit through everything?
And now, that's my thing. I wouldn't want to.
MGG said as far as having a squad. Like if you have like, a couple of people that's Immortal 2, okay, I could maybe see some leeway there. But if you dead alone too, shit, I don't know. That's rough.
Oh, see, I also assume that there might be like, if you got to take one gulp, nigga, there's a whole glass full. I can share it with like a couple more people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
now if it's only one gulp for a piss.
Yeah, I mean, you can add all those caveats to it. I'm just saying, for me, if it's post-apocalyptic is the setting, I don't see the value in being immortal. But first of all, I don't see myself living long enough to get that question. It would have to happen right after the apocalypse, or else you're going to see a grave, like a tombstone that you ask that question to. You'll be pouring the piss over my grave. Like,
I don't think people would like, you can't ask that question in the apocalypse, right? Like, once you get there, it's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go too. But now if you ask,
it's there though.
You got to ask when the world is doing well, everybody's happy, like, niggas.
But yeah, who would say no then? My question is, all right, you're a survivor in apocalypse, and they come up to you and it's like, yo, drink this piss, you're immortal. So you now eliminate the risk of the apocalypse part for you. You're immortal.
What kind of apocalypse?
The one in Fallout is the context I would use. So a nuclear fallout.
I'm like 15 minutes in. Like I don't.
It's a nuclear fallout. Is basically what happened. Like a bunch of nukes set off in America. Everybody, for the most part, was dead, and then slowly started coming back. And then niggas that were affected by radiation poisoning did some other shit. They're also still coming around. So it's I do that.
Yeah, I do that. Like
there's also radiation monsters.
There's some monsters,
that are like zombies.
Yeah,
there's some zombie-esque monsters for sure.
I can't die though. I can't die. Like so, I'm good. Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Another question: If my arm gets cut off, does it grow back?
You can stitch it back. You can stitch it back and it'll work.
Okay, so no regeneration. You just
maybe tough.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna still go with it. And this is my thing is that I think I'm competent enough to not get basically rendered immobile. As long as I can still move and see, I think that I'll be fine.
But I mean,
that's a shitty life.
I mean, you never know what could happen. I mean, all you gotta do is get jumped. I mean, shit. I mean, if there's no regeneration, you could argue there's no like ultra healing factor or nothing too. So
I'm not gonna lie. I just think I'm charismatic enough. I'm smart enough to make sure I'm not in a situation where, bro, that's it. They got my immortal ass and I can't do nothing. I'm gonna ride with a gang. I'm building up. All right, my people gonna die. I'm gonna build a community. So at least when you gone 300 years from now, I'm like, yeah, I remember your great auntie. She was cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start me a little community. Well,
I feel like you're thinking a little too positive in this apocalypse. But
if you're immortal, you got to take over though. If you're immortal, you got to just do some shit.
There's two options for immortal nigga. You either gonna take over and try and make the world better, or you just gonna be that creep that roam the world forever alone, just watching because don't nobody fuck with you because you're that creepy immortal nigga. I'm like, fuck it. They just gonna know me. I'm the governor. I ain't got a name no more. Just call me the governor. He been governor in this bitch since eternity. Don't ask no questions.
Nah, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm still a no if it's post-apocalyptic. Real world, it's a maybe.
Okay.
But I just don't see the value of being immortal for that long.
I got a question on that because it's starting to reveal to me your perspective on living in a post-apocalyptic world. You know, I've got plans. Apocalypse happen, I got to collect able-bodied individuals. You are an able-bodied, very intelligent person. Are you telling me you're not ready to get busy in this post-apocalyptic wasteland?
No, why? I never understood. That's why I said if I don't have any motivation like that, I don't see why I would. Like even the same thing. I would say, okay, hey, let's say somehow solo. I convinced myself why. Same thing I told my wife. I was like, look, don't look for me because I will have a new family. I'm just be real with you. I'm not the type of nigga that's gonna walk across like 10. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say she was I'm traveling in another state. Like talking about halfway across the world or something, or maybe let's just say in California, New York.
Yeah, she
there. Apocalypse happened. I'm in California. Apocalypse happened. Just stay where you at. Don't waste the time looking for me. No, I told her that. I said you also don't come looking for me. If we cross paths, at that point we'll deal with it. But don't do that unless like our son is involved. You feel what I'm saying? But if it's us as individuals, just let it go. Just let it go.
Y'all gotta discuss now. You gotta discuss now a meetup point. You gotta say like, hey, if I'm in New York and you in LA, we gonna meet up in Atlanta, and then you go to Atlanta.
I feel like people don't understand what it's like to be that much in the dark if you're not close to somebody. Think about the Oregon Trail. Think about like when people tried to do this in the past. Now you're dealing with like some sort of if you want to go worst case, monsters of some sort, zombies, whatever, that's impeding your path. If you want to go best case, it's just the world's fucked up, but you're dealing with regular nature things, animals, snakes, all that shit. You guys are very confident in telling me that you're going to be able to traverse this whole world, no car, 100%. And not get sick, not get. Oregon Trail niggas was dying every day, every minute. Somebody had dysentery in Oregon Trail and died.
The Oregon Trail niggas was traveling through like jungle wilderness, some of the most unpathed out stuff. Unless you're talking like we teleported to the future where the road's gone, my nigga, we got infrastructure from here to Alaska. You could walk on I-57 all the way home, nigga. You could do that on a paved road.
We still got maps. Now you got maps ain't gone.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. How many other people are also going to do that? How many people are going to raid you when you're doing that? That's what I'm saying. If you go where you said what?
Okay, so I'm not sure if
he's doing the raiding,
but this has been my thing for Apocalypse since day one. Just like MGG say, hey, if Apocalypse happened, don't see him and he a new person. Day one of the Apocalypse, when you see me, it's not player 5. I'm not cool. I'm Negan, day one. Spike back. I'm raiding, day one. What you got? I need everything you got, bro. So when you see me, don't be like, hey, there go player 5. We good. You be like, oh shit, that's player 5, bro. I know we good.
That's it. I'm about to dip.
I'm on that. I'm raiding. I'm gonna see you like, hey, what's up? You
right?
Cool. Hey man,
so you really. And then my question goes, what's the value of all that effort? I don't see it. Yeah, but why?
Right now,
how many talk to people that surviving right now to ask them how fun it is?
It's not fun.
Exactly. There's no value in it.
As a mortal person, all we got is legacy. Right now, you can scarcely hope to leave a mass legacy on things. If the world resets, I have more of a chance that like I could just whoop ass to the top. If I start whooping ass to the top now, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right. If society restarts 1,000 years from now, this whole country could be called Player 5 land. You know, it's a possibility.
Yeah. You know what? MGG, like Player 5 did just remind us. I mean, they do call him the caveman. So I mean, like it's been a minute, so it took me a while to remember. But it's like all this is kind of checking out to Player 5. So I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're arguing with a caveman right now.
Hey, bro, don't put me in cave situations. I'm getting real.
He said, "Don't put me in cave. Don't put me in cave situations." Is crazy. That's crazy.
Whoa. But no, MGG, you're not alone though. Like your entire argument, I'm pretty much back up. Like I don't see like I'm not a caveman, you know. I enjoy the comforts of modern day society. So
I don't think caveman at all. I'm gonna be more like
I mean GG. Like I'm sorry, I don't need.
What's the anime where like they start like science from scratch again?
Oh, Dr.
Stone.
Oh, Dr. Stone.
Yeah,
I told her that too. I said I'm not part of that nigga's committee. Leave me as a statue, please. Whatever value I could have provided, find my replacement. Leave my ass as a statue, bro. I'm good.
In the trenches. We building this shit back. My brick.
I need you.
I need
you. It's not a lot of
keep
smart
that water
people
away from me.
I need
keep that water away from me. Force feed you.
Where the stone? You gonna see me in the room with a stone gun facing my face?
Oh, God. Stone gun.
No, wait.
and we putting that back piss right on your head. Wake up, bro.
No, see what you didn't realize is I'm on a chair that's leaning back, and I did it. So right after I turned the stone.
Hey, man, somebody put this nigga back together, bro.
No, bro. I commend y'all ability to want to like stay alive in a post-apocalyptic world. I do not have that motivation. It's just not me. Like Jugga said, I enjoy the convenience of this reality that we live in. Like I'm telling you, they say America is no longer a world power. That's already enough to get me to go, hey, bro, I don't know. I don't know what's going on after this, bro. We made the wrong decision? Oh, shit. No, sorry. If it ain't easy to go to the next place, I'm not dealing with third world America. I'm sorry. I'm out of that bitch.
So every zombie movie ever, you never understood it. You just like, you always...
No, some I do, right? Some I do, but there was like a point, right? So Walking Dead has so many fucking seasons. That first maybe year, I'm okay. Because you can still have the conveniences of today with like, you know what I'm saying? Food is not fully spoiled yet. You know, you probably can still find some electricity. There's enough big city things around that you like can live a moderately comfortable, isolated life. Once it gets to the point where like, yo, rat meat is a regular staple, I'm out. But I'm sorry, you're not going to get me to do it.
What if you,
yeah, that's great.
That up, you put some nice.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can. But once again, the question I continue to ask y'all is, what is the point? Like, I get it. I could do these things. I know I'm capable of eating rat meat, but why? That's the answer. Like, what's the value? That's it. Because I'm curious on whether or not.
Because you're afraid to get sick. But I'm immortal. Nigga, I can eat anything I want. I'm not getting sick either way. I'm good.
Wow. Bro. Like I said, I don't get the why of it. I can do it. I can understand that I'm capable of doing it. I just do not see the why after a certain amount of time.
This is how I feel about it, bro. At the end of the day, when you're done and gone,
yeah, you
can never reverse that point. So for me, who's trying to become a supreme overlord, fuck with the boy until you physically can't do it. No, but like 45, 50, all right, bro.
No, but that's just it, P5. Let me pause. You answered your own question. So MGG is pretty much this is how I'm seeing everything, right? Mm-hmm. Like MGG is looking at it where y'all are arguing for the appeal of just survival, you know, not comfortable living, survival. So he doesn't see the point of just surviving to survive.
Exactly.
Your point is that you're not surviving just to survive. You're surviving to be the prime overlord of, you know, everything.
Right. That's your motivation. How long is that going to take?
And
that's my second question. How long that going to take? Like, that's why I said if it's like right after the apocalypse and then it's like not so bad that I know like the world could bounce back from it, yeah, I would survive. But like something like The Walking Dead, where as they kept going, they kept seeing how hopeless it was. Like this shit not getting better. I would have been like, all right, bro. Ah! I would just say I would be the nigga that volunteered for very dangerous missions consistently. Like that would just be me. Oh yeah, you want to go in there? Yep, I'll do it.
I kind of agree with The Walking Dead thing where they found out the shit's in the air. Like, yeah, you can't really do nothing about that, and everybody gonna die anyway. Now, because I wouldn't want to be the only nigga alive, right? But like, if you're talking about some nuclear shit, some countries got blown up, and niggas still alive and living and all that, yeah, I'm good. I'll just be the king of whatever country it is.
I feel like, look, this nigga Genghis Khan was just like, I'm gonna just stop the world and just have hella kids. And now 1/4 of people on the planet have this nigga DNA. Why? He was a loose nigga that woke up and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do
what this man was scheming on. This is
I just feel like
Jamal's dream list. The next Genghis Khan.
Wow. 25% of people got player 5 in them. Wow. Fuck it.
P5,
I'm telling you, that's a world of big niggas. That's for sure. The average height done raised to like 6 feet. Like 5'6". The average height is now 6 feet.
And immune to all diseases, probably, because he probably shared some of his little, some of his mortality. That might be kind of lit.
And then, like I said, I'm not allowing people who are smart to get rid of themselves. I'm done with all the dumb niggas. No, every human gonna be like low key smart as fuck. Big niggas, we moving forward, baby. I ain't going.
So how you gonna get rid of it? Actually, let's stop. Let's stop there. Let's stop. Stop talking about. Yeah, this would be in a late night show in the future.
Oh shit!
I wanted to go deep. I really did want to dive deep into that, but I said, you know what? These are one of those things that come to bite you later.
No, smart move.
Hey, you like
some territory right there. Yeah.
All right. Well, so it sounded like there was a yes. Jug, did you say yes to the piss drink? It sounded like you were a no.
I mean, okay, it's not about the piss. It's just about overall immortality. I never really saw the big appeal. I mean, not unless honest, yeah, but just no. That quick answer is no.
I agree. If I'm not a vampire, that's where I see immortality is fun. Like whenever I watch vampire movies, the little communities of just old ass vampires that have been living for a minute, I can fuck with some shit like that, even sacrificing the sun. But just generally being the only nigga that's immortal, like on some what's the dude from DC that start with a V, Vandal Savage ass shit?
Yeah, I called that nigga
Randall Savage. I couldn't do it,
bro.
I wouldn't give it the sun. I couldn't give the sun up. Like that's more important to me than most things. Like
look, the way technology is, y'all got me fucked up.
There is no technology.
If you believe
apocalyptic.
No, but I'm saying when we talk vampires and we talk about this day and age, I just feel like that's a very scienceable, figure out type of situation. There's some shades, there's some reflective glasses I could wear. Shit, I could walk around in a black box all day. Bro, I'll figure it out.
No, I'm good.
With some eye holes.
I love the sun too much. I can't go. That's the one type of immortality I'm like, I'm good. Get me out.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
See, but I'm okay with it with the community. It's the community aspect of it. If there's a community of immortals, I can fuck with that. If it's just me, no. Because you have to deal with the pain of watching everybody die. And then also you got to come to terms with the time change that happens when you're immortal, I think. Or I suspect. Which is after a certain amount of time, your mind starts seeing things. The distance between different things, a second feels like nothing. You know what I'm saying? A year feels like minutes, like that type shit. When you get to that, I need somebody else that's going through that level of skipping with me versus just looking at the entire world as like the blink of an eye because I've lived for 500 years. I'm good. That's true. Shit. So 2 yeses, 2 no's.
Travels the world a little.
Oh, she's immortal?
I mean, damn near. Not immortal, but live forever. A very long time.
I don't know. I haven't watched the show yet. All right. Let's jump on to the second topic for today. So in honor of I guess Rob Lucci versus Luffy being an exciting fight in the anime universe, I just wanted to talk about some of the other super iconic fights that have happened in anime and share some of our favorites with the audience. So I don't know who has some lined up already. Wants to go first? I know I'm going to have a few, but whoever wants to start, Cam.
I'll go ahead and start. And I want to start with like some of the newer generation iconic ones because I feel like there are some new anime that have gotten into iconic status for sure. Some of them might be Julius versus Licked.
Mm,
Back
that's a
when
good
he
one.
had a fake name, I don't even remember his real name, but y'all remember where they killed the Wizard King?
Yep.
What we call bullshit from all the way back then,
Yeah.
right? That was clean. I feel like that was one of the first like really hard Black Clover fights. All Might versus All for One, the first one where he fucking smacked
Mm-hmm.
bloody face apart.
Yeah.
That was clean. Let me go. I'm gonna get one more and then I'll let people go. I don't want to steal too many. Um, you know something? What's that soccer anime? Blue Lock.
Oh, Blue Lock. Yeah.
Blue Lock, bro, when they were doing like the threes, man, or like when they were
Mm.
doing that little tournament at the end, I think that might be one of the best like little tournament arcs in sports anime right now. Period. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and get that one too. Their tournament, they hold tournament arc.
Okay.
Amazing fight.
Hmm.
I'm gonna toss out Classroom of the Elite season 2. When Ayana Koji
Hmm.
beat the shit out of that one
Oof.
dude.
Tough.
Sabita, I haven't felt those
Tough.
hype moments in a long time. That was one of the recent ones where I was like, "Yep, definitely got me on my seat, excited." Um, I'll leave Jujutsu Kaisen alone because I haven't watched any of the anime version of their fights, but they're more like an honorable mention to me
Shit.
because I know they're
I
all
mean, this
good.
past season, bro, they had a few of them.
Yeah, it's been driving people crazy. And then I think I will also toss out. Ooh, this one's harder. I'm gonna have to think about my old school, a couple of my old school ones. Um, yeah, I'll come back to me.
Shit.
Um,
Go ahead, dude.
for me, I mean, it'll always be a mixture of like old and new, right? I mean, like like Gohan versus Cell is one I would say.
True.
Um,
SS2 was iconic.
yeah. Newer JJK definitely has a few. I think Boruto has one, like the Naruto and Sasuke versus
Mm-hmm.
the alien.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his
Mm,
name. That shit was super
Um,
clean.
Okuchi,
Um,
maybe? No.
Even like Attack on Titan when like Levi sliced up like the Beast
Oh,
Titan.
Beast Titan? Yeah.
Ooh,
That shit was
that was
clean.
good.
Clean.
Yeah,
Um,
forgot about that. There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Thinking old school, I mean, the first one coming to mind, which I think may be like one of the first iconic fights in general, is going to be the Goku v Frieza. I mean,
mhm.
when that
Mm.
first came out, like, that was the ish, like when Super Saiyan first
For
dropped.
sure.
Um, they already mentioned the SS2, so, trying to think. Uh, Yusuke versus Toguro comes to mind with Yu Yu Hakusho when
Mhm.
Toguro
Absolutely.
finally showed out, his 100% demon. That was crazy.
Yeah, that man
Um,
was unbeatable.
hmm
Rock
And I
Lee
thought
versus
the live
Gara.
live
I
action
was
was a
just
little,
about to
Oh,
bring up Rock
Lee.
Lee
that's
versus
up there.
Gara.
True.
The one that came on Eisen versus everybody.
Oof.
That shit was
Aizen was
hard.
Loki
One of
nasty.
the
Bleach.
best
Bleach got a
fights.
few. Bleach
Yeah.
got a few.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, after round, Ichigo versus Ulquiorra definitely in like probably
yeah,
in
that was
top fives.
Mhm.
That was definitely
I
that
his.
was a
still
good
feel
one.
like that don't top the Eisen for me. I thought it was dope to see the little, demon transformation, but the way Eisen just fucked everybody up
He just smoked them. He just like
systematically, like it was,
he was like Drake.
yeah, no, that was amazing. It's just that ending that
One
really
Piece had
fucked
a
it up.
few
No,
in
One
they
Piece
in
had a
they in
lot.
they
I mean,
heyday.
one thing I always think
I mean,
about is
the first Luffy versus Rob Lucci. I mean,
true.
that was one.
That
Gear
is true.
two.
Yeah,
Gear two. I mean, like that's
yeah,
why
but
they
I
give
felt like that
Gear
was
Two
probably
was
the
cold.
least. I think the Gear Two introduction was maybe I'm gassing it, but was more hype to me than the fight with Rob Lucci. I felt like Sanji and Zoro's power ups were. I like those fights more than I like the last fight with Rob Lucci.
Oh yeah, I think
really.
you I think you overhyping those other
Am
fights.
I
That
I
shit
really?
gotta
was
disagree. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say every one of Luffy's gears except third gear
Yeah.
Keep it where it's at. Every one of Luffy gears was a epic fight. Like even Gear 5, bro. I had by that time done been and dropped One Piece, picked it up just to see that. You feel me? Like
I was surprised
when
how
he
they
do his
went.
gears, they do a good job.
No, One Piece. I was surprised how hard they went like animated. Like obviously, we read that fight like literally like what years or something before seeing it animated, but no, they dropped cash to animate that fight. That was wild.
Yeah. I would say generally like if it's a show that has like transformations and there's a transformation in the fight, it might be like an iconic fight.
Naruto was horrible with transformation fights. I feel like Naruto transformation fights were unforgettable as fuck.
I don't know, bro. Like that One Tail versus Sasuke.
Yeah.
That was
and
the
then
first
the
transformation.
Orochimaru joint, Four Tails versus Orochimaru and Kabuto was hard.
I don't know. Like the first tail, yeah. I don't know about that Orochimaru v Four Tails. I don't know. I thought that was
And I can give up. I can give up what y'all said with the transformation for the One Tail, sure. But I think that's because the Valley of the End, they drop extra cash, like they knew that was gonna be a hard fight. But when I think about my coldest fights, I'm not thinking about their power ups. Rock Lee versus Gar was probably the only other power up that was lit, right?
Come on, Choji.
Choji?
Yeah, versus Shinobu or whatever his name is.
It's not iconic though. I think that's
what?
And it wasn't iconic.
Butterfly Choji is not iconic. The fat nigga everybody slept on.
I'm with you.
That's crazy.
I don't think there was enough noise. So I mean, if you think
Not
about
iconic.
all the big fights that
maybe it was a big nigga only
like,
fight
in that section. I
iconic.
don't know. So I mean, like when I think about that whole session, I'm thinking about Neji. In all honesty, like, I think about
really
Kidomaru.
I would have thought
I would put that over the Choji. I mean, I give respect to Choji, but shit.
I love the Neji fight. Don't get me wrong, but
the Kiba
that's
fight,
tough.
That's around.
Kiba fight, I will give you that.
You feel
I'll give you Kiba fight was up there.
Naruto at the end of it. Rock Lee and Gaara versus Kimimaru.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Choji was decent for Choji, but for that arc, he was a side character.
I think he just got overshadowed.
So would y'all put the Shikamaru fight over his then? Because I would say it's under.
Shikamaru. You talking about in the when they was chasing?
Yeah, in that arc, Shikamaru and the flute chick.
One.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, then I'm on. I can let it slide then, as long as we agree that Shikamaru's fight was the worst.
I don't even remember it.
Shikamaru just came off a real high, and then so I could see why they was just like, "Oh, let's get this nigga a fight." Like we literally just goaded him in the tuning exam.
True.
He already goaded. He good.
Yeah.
But Choji, come on, no, he was that nigga is the Kendrick Lamar of those fights.
Stop! Don't. First of all,
dirty.
First of all, that's crazy. That's crazy. These Big Sean fans. No, it's a big. Don't forget. We forgot. We didn't forget you was a Big Sean fan, bro.
Because Big Sean really top 2 and he ain't 2.
Really? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, bro. You and T Grizzly, man, just go chill in Detroit in the D.
Oh wow, okay.
Yo, crazy. Okay, yeah, no, I mean,
let's see.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I mean, I've been into Zatch Bell as of late, but I can't. I don't know. Iconic is hard to say because I don't feel like anybody will remember the fights from there. So I'll just put that as an honorable mention.
I think Fate series probably got one. Got a few.
Oh yeah, no, Fate got a few.
Oh, they got one for sure, which is the dude Phase Zero. What's his face's dad versus the priest. That right there has gone down in anime history.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then also
I would even argue still Blade versus Berserker. And I think Fate Zero also. That went pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was Gilgamesh, right? Versus like Hercules. I don't know.
No. I'm talking about not Blade, Saber. Like when Hercules was first introduced. But I know the fight.
Oh yeah,
that was decent also. I mean, like the Fate series in general. I mean, they drop cash with their fights.
I mean, that's all they do is just fight. Ooh,
I'll put Hellsing out there too. People really fuck
JoJo versus Dio.
Wait, who?
JoJo versus Dio.
I thought you said Gojo. I was like, he fought Dio when?
Time stopping.
To me, that I felt like yes and no, but that's a personal no for me. I just didn't like how that fight played out. I can admit that it was one of the iconic ones, but the whole like, oh, by the way, I have this nigga's power in the back of my mind. While it made sense, it was like I felt like he wrote himself into a hole and then was just like, oh well, just giving him the same powers was gonna help me figure this shit out.
Hey, the season 2 fights was iconic to me too. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. When he would say the niggas the line before,
yeah, that shit was
hard.
He was cool.
You're about to say, and they say that shit. I was like, oh well, he's about to get his ass whooped.
Hey, one of the most iconic fights to me, and it might not be iconic to everybody, but still to this day, when Kurapika pulled up with his nin. Bro, he brought the shovel to the shit, put my nigga in the hole after. I don't care, bro. That was when I was like, Kurapika the hardest nigga in the
You talking about versus Uvo?
Yeah, Uvo.
The first what you call it, he went again.
Yeah.
Like, I can't beat you, but my nin made for you. Put that nigga in the
No,
he ain't did shit since that day, but he the hardest nigga for that one episode.
Yeah, no, that is fair. That was up there for sure.
I mean, if we're on Hunter,
Gon versus Pito gotta be up there.
Oh yeah,
Netero versus Yep.
No. When they did the volleyball match, that was
with Razor. Hisoka's fingers was done, boy.
I got you. Hey, if this was real life, bro, Hisoka would be getting investigated for that shit. We out this nigga hell no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter definitely had some good fights. I didn't watch Berserk, but I'm sure they had good fights.
Going crazy. F around. Going back to One Piece, like when I think about One Piece, I still can't forget when the intro for Kizaru, like when they were trying to before the time skip or whatever, and Kizaru first shows up and just rocks the entire worst generation.
Oh yeah, I mean that was a one-sided beatdown.
That was like
they got jumped. Getting jumped by one nigga is crazy. That's basically what happened. He jumped their ass, but it was one dude.
Oh,
it was 5 of them, right? That's not you out. Nah, it was one dude with glasses.
I got an honorable mention. And this is why it's honorable mention, because when it happened in the manga, I know for a fact nobody put hype on it. I don't care what people try and go back and say. But in the anime, they animated it raw as hell. So I want to say Kakashi versus Obito, when they were like fighting in between dimensions.
No, that was actually pretty dope. Yeah, going back and
forth. The anime made that cold. In the manga, I was just like,
kind of weak.
I agree with you. The manga definitely was lame.
Yeah. Like it might not really be iconic because I don't think as many people watched it, but I think Fire Force has some dope fights.
Oh, good call.
That are super slept on. Like, even just like the soundtrack and everything, like that should be cold every time.
Yeah. No, I can't lie. I love the sound effects that they put, especially when they're moving fast. Like this nigga really be sounding like a jet when he take off. I like that shit.
I really wanted to say them, but it's just like Don said. I just couldn't respect the fact that people sleep on Fire Force, bro.
That's
I think they think it's about firefighting. I'm like, you got
I watch more than the first episode.
I remember y'all was talking about it, and I was like, nigga, I'm not watching some firefighting shit. Like, that's like,
and that's the sad part, because honestly, anime has made people the most interested in shit they would not be interested in. Like anime about firefighters, especially a shonen one, would be way more interesting than you think it would be.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That shit would go hard. All right. Any other closing iconic fights before we jump to the versus debate?
I am just going to give a honorable mention to just about every sports anime that we've covered. I know I put special emphasis on Blue Lock, but sports anime really do, like, it's literally just a long fight anime in sports. they usually go hard, like consistently hard, to keep you going for a whole season. So respect on all of them.
Hanamaru no Sumo had nothing but firefights. I gotta put that on there.
You on the edge of your feet every single fight. Like, he gonna win.
Bro. Get a dub.
Give my man.
That was there, and then I can't lie, the OG Kuroko Basket. Those basketball games had me in for multiple episodes. You just like, yo, bro, who's gonna do it? Oh, for sure.
Like, people was tripping off Curry. I'm like, bro, I knew the real Curry. My boy.
Hey, who was that?
From half court, bro. That was
What is it? Tuesday?
Right?
Oh, today's my horoscope says.
My horoscope said I gotta bring a panda today.
Buckets.
Drop 50.
Hey, you know what's funny though? Online, I saw like a post that like I guess something happened in Japan, and they did like what all the Kuroko no Basket kids are doing after school, and none of them like are hoopers. None of them play ball no more. And they was like all that shit they had, and none of these niggas made it to the league. Try like
no, I'm gonna make a great teacher.
Because remember when that African dude showed up and they's like, he's gigantic. He's like 6'6".
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bro. They see Wembanyama dude 7'6". Like
I think I seen what you're talking about though, Deuce. And then I think one of them became a chef. I think it was Tall Homie that became a chef or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they went and did some regular ass jobs. But come on, I don't mean they definitely could have made it. She could have played for some other team. Yeah.
No, you know who could have made it? The captain. What was the captain dude name?
Oh, Emperor Eye, homie.
Yeah, he'd have been in there.
No, his ass was too crazy. They would have stalled him out in the locker room. Imagine them two personalities come out in the locker room, in an American locker room. They would beat his ass before he got out to the
who you talking to like that, bro?
Right? I'm talking to you, you insolent bitch. What?
But on the court though, he'd be clean, bro. Just imagine.
He sure would not. He sure would not. You saw how them look. They had to pull out all the stops versus those Americans, bro.
Right.
And none of them were real Americans. Like these were street ballers. The Harlem Globetrotters came and whooped their ass. Like they was fighting for their life out here, bro. It would not have happened.
Bro, I love when fucking Japanese do that shit. They bring Americans and they be like, they just be dogging them. Like, they got beat up by some street hoopers, bro. That's
they barely won that.
Bro. Like besides like the center, like the eagle eye nigga, he was short too, so he would have got smoked regardless. You know,
I don't think any of them could make it in the league. I've seen them all as like foreign players.
The main character,
Kuroko?
Homie?
Oh, Kagami?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
He could play college ball, maybe. He play
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just feel like based off the way they had these random American niggas pull up and squash them, it said all that needed to be said. At least they could have gassed it by putting like, you know, some collegiate players, like some names we heard of, and then like had them clash so you could see it, but they didn't even do that.
Damn. Well,
so, yeah.
All
right. On to the next topic. So, Player 5, I'm gonna toss it to you to set up the verses, because these are two characters I know very little about.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. Well, you know, like we like to talk about verses. It's been a while, but I do have a verses. Y'all know. So before we went on hiatus, I think my favorite isekai was Jobless Reincarnation. So the Wizard, Rudius Grey Rat, versus my new favorite anime of all time right now.
What of all time?
Journey to Beyond Journey's End. The main character, the mage, Freerin the Slayer, versus Rudius. What is his nickname? Like Quagmire Rudius?
Yeah.
Who do y'all think will win? Best out of 10. Do I gotta go first?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
Because I really want to hear what Junkin got to say, because that face kind of said a lot.
I mean, I was being patient. I mean, but if we're gonna hop right into it, like long story short, Freerin her bag is infinite practically, bro. I mean, listen. The one thing I will say is that I'm still a little behind in the anime, maybe like 5 or so eps. But my point is that everything we've seen from her so far is that she literally has a spell for any and everything. And as far as her magical capacity goes, she's been training on that. Like, how old is she? Like
over 1,000.
Over 1,000 years old. So you're gonna try and tell me 1,000-year-old mage that only focuses on mage shit and just about everything regarding mage shit is gonna lose to, I mean, like a child prodigy, yes, but I mean, still a prodigy, still learning. I mean, I was still a child and still learning so much there is, like the magical world. He a G, and like the one thing that you guys did mention, I will give you is that him having hands, sure. But there's no way that Freerin is going to be caught lacking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's taking that fight serious, she knows her strengths and her weaknesses. I mean, she went against the DK, part of the team with it. So I'm gonna argue that that enemy is gonna be stronger than Rudius as well as anyone else that Rudius has went up against so far, scale comparatively, as far as to everyone that he's actually effed with. So if you're talking about a true master mage versus still a student, I mean, I feel like that alone is enough. And then like the
so
one thing
disrespectful
that
to
you
me,
probably that you might mention is going to be like his future sight, but there's no way he's broken enough with that to again go up against the scale that Farron is going to hit. Because I mean, I think I saw a clip, but didn't she low key have a spell almost equivalent to like a not like a black hole, but with enough force to like do some major city, if not town damage? Like I don't think Rudy's got that kind of scale yet. So long story short, I just see her as the overall better mage and like battle experienced fighter than Rudy's can really dish out.
Interesting. So out of 10, how many do you give free run?
Um, hmm. I will give Rudius some because that mother effer is clever, if anything else. Um, Probably 7. I probably
So
give 7
7.
to
You're
her.
saying 3
I
for
feel like
Rudius.
I like so Rudius is taking 3 out of 10.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Any other people who are pro free run or like y'all want me to
Hell
give my
no.
spiel?
I like Jugga's argument. I'll go with Jugga's side, but I have no clue what she actually does.
I say 9. I say 9 out of 10. Rudius.
This nigga
Rudius?
must really be broken in
Alright.
them light novels.
All right,
9
talk
out
to
of
me,
10.
bro.
Boy.
9 out of 10 Rudius.
I mean, I'm willing to talk and to listen. I mean, I'm not gonna like stay concrete with it. I just haven't seen the proof yet. So I mean, you talk to
Like-
me. Like, what you thinking?
Like all this, I mean, one, like I don't even see Freerun as a fighter, right? Most of her shit she does, she just travels the world and like collect random spells. Even like if you, I don't know if you up to date on anime, the old buddy that was like the student of the other elf, he was about to smoke her like in like a fight for real. But I think he's about to smoke her. Bro. But anyway, Rudius got hands. I'm telling you, Rudius got hands. He got that magic armor. He got stones that absorb magic. And comparatively, like in their respective worlds, like their mana will be equivalent, I would assume, because like Rudius has like the deepest like pool of mana, and so does Freeman. So that's like a wash to me. So there it comes down to like Rudius fights more. He had, like I said, he had hands. What if he's faster? What is he gonna do? Like he be fighting like the sword kings of the world with his magic armor. Like when Freeman when they in the forest with that stone that absorbed magic, she was helpless. She couldn't do shit at all. So she would definitely get like smoked like 9 out of 10 times.
I think both of y'all are a little wild. I'm gonna go ahead and be a little more conservative and say that I think it is 6 to 10 Rudius. And I'm not gonna go with manga Rudius. I'm just gonna say where we are in the anime right now, and just for both Freerin and for Rudius, where they are in the anime right now. The reason I give it to Rudius is for a few reasons. One, he has an eye that can see into the future, and that has been shown. Like he's not amazing with it, but he's good enough with it where he can keep up with the greatest swordsmen in their world. Right, to where he might not be able to fight them, he can at least like, okay, I can see your movements and dodge accordingly. And I guarantee Freeman not even faster than Mr. Stark. So I'm gonna assume that she's not gonna do anything too fast for Rudy to react to. Two, Rudius can cancel magic, and I've never seen Freeman do that. And I think his ability to cancel magics comes from my third reason why I think he's good. Even though she has 1,000 years of knowledge, she has 1,000 years of ooga booga nigga knowledge. Rudius is isekai, and as like a 30-something-year-old human, we have thousands of years of knowledge. Like your average human has thousands of years of knowledge all packed into like a little person. And that is why we where we at, because we can pack so many years. So like although she has real life experience, like Rudius is aware of a nuclear bomb. and he's like can visualize making a nuclear bomb spell. And Freeman has no idea what that is, and it will take her several more lifetimes to even contemplate that. And then her biggest weakness, what she said when they were in the training arc or the exam arc, her biggest weakness is that because she's so long lived, it takes her seconds to process new spells. Right, so if she sees something that's new, that's her weakness. Like, oh, I'm a little slow to that. If Rudius, she can block niggas shooting rocks, but the fact that Rudius turns his rocks into spiraling rifle rounds, that's gonna be something like for a second where she's like, "What the fuck is that?" Or when Rudius does something that is like future knowledge applied to magic, for a moment she's gonna be like, "Bro, I didn't even know fire could get that hot. Like, what is he doing?" And I think that can be how he can get her
that kind of delay.
6 out of 10 times.
I'll give you a little bit there.
But why I don't think Rudy is gonna clap her 9 times is she got to spell Rudius don't got that Zoltrak one hitter quitter. That shit touch you, you're dead, bruh. I don't know what Rudy is gonna do about that, but dodge. That's all he can do is dodge that. He get clapped with that, he gone. And if you don't know
turn the magic off, bro.
You said what?
Dispel magic or whatever he had, whatever that shit he has.
Okay, and dispel magic may work, but what we do know about Zoltrak is that there is only one way to block it. So if he does not choose dispel magic first, he gonna try and block that shit and die. So I cannot give him 9.
That's the one. That's the one. The one, yeah.
That's the one.
Bro, Fragrant is also that nigga, bro. Rudy see challenge and he go, nah, I'd rather figure out how my penis work than go save the world. Fragrant was like, bro, I don't mess with demons. I see a demon, they dead. They call me Fragrant the Slayer. Bro, she may not really get into as many fights as him, but her mental, she really built like that. He not built like that. He an inside.
I mean, I can't distinguish where like the anime left off, like from like what I know, but I just think like the Mushoku Tensei world in general is just much stronger,
much more dangerous.
Yeah, like the shit they do and fight is like, I think all the main characters in Jobless would clap Freeman, all of them. Wow. Like even I'm talking about like the swordsman, they will like dice her up like no problem.
No, that's disrespect. Come on.
Okay,
that's
so
how crazy.
They can do it to Rudius. They can clap Rudius. So like I know they can beat Freeman. If you're saying Rudius gets 6 out of 10, and they can beat Rudius like 10 out of 10, it's gonna happen.
I think Rudius gets 6 out of 10 if we talking really a mage fight. But like Freeman's ability to kill people, like I think she can have more spells in queue than Rudius. Rudius will sit on the ground firing rifles at you. Freeman will literally fly up 100 feet out of your range and rain down one-shot kill spells on your whole army. She
can just do that?
Huh?
Wow. No, like
I said she
got the inventory, bro. I mean, the fact like there's no way we've seen it all yet. I mean, one thing is that like it's not like she's really searching for a lot of big attack spells, but I mean, again, she's been living for like hundreds of years.
Hey.
Does stamina come into play?
Huh? I mean, both
does stamina come into play at all?
Mana, if we being honest.
Okay.
I would say
that's like their trait, honestly.
Anything. I don't know.
Yeah, both of them have that. Both of them are like
so they straight on the. No one's gonna run out of gas in this fight.
No.
Okay,
not really.
I just say let's circle back to this exact conversation in a couple of years when they got a couple more seasons.
When they finally answer questions on,
like, and let me know what y'all think, man.
I think
that's crazy.
Rudy is that nigga. I'll never not say he is, but she also walking around with a one-shot kill spell that can only be blocked one way, and he don't know that way. I'm just saying, like 9 out of 10 is both. I think he gonna win too. 9 out of 10 is crazy.
He got magic absorbers, bro. Like magic don't even. He just absorbs all magic. Like
Free Ring got some shit for that. her bag too deep, bro. Listen to you don't live 4,000 years.
She got something in the back pocket for them all, bro.
Her bag so deep. When she run into a wizard that's like, bro, I know any spell I can give it to you. I'm good. I want to search for a spell.
I don't think her shit that deep, bro. Like the other elf, like who created the?
Okay, no. I mean like touche, but I'm just
the saying, other elf who created that shit. Now she got that shit. The blonde haired one.
Free Ring there. Her bag, this is deep.
Nah, bro.
I mean, I'll admit to Don. Like, I'm not caught up. But I've seen clips. Like, there's no way I don't think Fury is on her level. But I mean, we're still comparing like a magic mage to like a magic god or something. You know, I mean, they're both like high as fuck, right? But point of the matter is like, there's no way Farian don't got a bag for anything Rudy's can dish out. The issue though is gonna be the speed of the battle itself for her to figure that out and then work accordingly. There may not be enough time for her to do that. That I'll give you that.
Oh, but you know what? Can you all tell me where did the anime left off if you remember?
For which show?
You mean Farian?
For Jobless.
They're still at the school. Basically, he married Sophie, and he got his noodle working.
Yep. That's the last thing.
He already beat the Demon King.
Noodle?
His dick.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you were referencing. I was like,
for a minute. Okay, in that case, I would actually, based off that timeline, I would say Freeman would win like 6 out of 10.
Rudy is like that.
I agree. Trust me, I agree. But
I think that Rudy could fight with Freeman with just a sword, low key. He's not gonna win, but he can fight with her.
Yeah. Like I said, when he get that armor, y'all gonna see. He will clap her in like 0.2 seconds.
0.2? Shit.
Hey, Freeman the Slayer also like that. 6 out of 10, I give it to my boy Rudy. That's my even split. That's the least I do.
Wow.
And remember that? Remember the buddy that's terrified them? Yeah. What would you put him at?
Buddy that terrified who? Freeman or
no? Jobless, like the.
Oh, you mean like the Dragon King or something?
Yeah, Orsted, yeah.
Oh, he'll run their whole universe. There's nobody in Freeman's universe who can be Orsted. Except, hey, Mr. Stark might come through with that axe. Oh God, I'm just gonna put it that way. Oh God, when my boy got that axe, the scarier he is, the more he gonna go crazy. So I feel like he might be like, oh. Whoop.
He cut the whole world in half or something.
Pure fear and just take his head off, bro.
Yeah, he cut the world in half, bro.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't think anybody on average can be Orsted in Freeman's world, but Mr. Stark, if scared enough, might just chop that man's head off.
Damn,
big claim.
He really the hero. He don't know it yet.
Wow.
I think so too. Actually, I think it's going. That's how it's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this axe homies don't.
Because I feel like they in the series they don't want the magician to really be like the hero. You know, like
right.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
But you know something? I wonder if hero is a class and not a title. And this is past the versus. This is just me wondering about Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Is hero a title or a class rather, like a warrior, a monk, a mage?
No, see, I think warrior is a class. That's what they call Stark now, right?
Yeah, they call Stark a warrior, but this is my thing. In a flashback, when it was like Freeman and like the heroes party around, remember the hero said to the warrior, he was like, "Oh, we're not warriors like you." Like when he was making the mistake, he was like, "Yeah, this is what you make for a warrior in battle." And he was like, "Oh, none of us are warriors like you," which means then is the hero not a warrior? And he also fights different. Like the warrior's clearly fighting with heavy axes. He fight with a one-handed sword. I'm thinking hero is a class.
So you think the dwarf is a warrior and not a hero?
Absolutely. And they even call him Eisen the Warrior. They never call
him that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. That probably makes sense with the whole sword thing too.
Are we good? Anything else? Any other closing comments?
No, we should.
MGG, you got to catch up. You got to catch up.
Clearly, I'm hearing some interesting stuff. Now I might watch that episode tonight.
Like it's a slow burn. The first couple episodes
is definitely a slow burn. You have to.
Yeah. What's it called? Beyond Journey's End? What's the name of the anime?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Freeman Beyond Journey's End.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
The first couple episodes is definitely a slice of life.
Yeah.
And then one day they just gonna start going hard, and you're gonna be like, what?
How do we get here?
It's still all slice of life though. It's
spots.
still
Yeah,
like
no, the whole thing overall, I would call it a slice of life
Yeah.
anime
Oh.
with some pretty decent, like fights,
Like a-
and whatever.
Oh.
a fantasy slice of life.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
But like it also
Oh.
makes sense. Like Freeman is very a minimalistic person,
Yeah.
so when she get in fight, she not with that rah rah rah. She like, boom.
One spell.
Next thing so it fits. They fight pretty quick, but it's clean. I think you'll like it. You'll like it.
All right. On the manga highlights, I'll start with just some updates on new manga or oldish or newish manga that I fuck with, and then we can talk about the big 6, 3, whatever it is at this point. Undead Unluck, shout outs to them. I've been reading the manga for a while. I just started the anime, but this arc they're in right now, it's been good. It's been I'm reading every chapter. I'm enjoying it. So I just wanted to shout out Undead Unluck in that situation. There's a couple of new ones. Sakamoto Days has been around for a while, but I think I'm actually going to start reading it for real. Seems like they found a story, so I might read that. And then Kagurabachi is another new one that people have kind of been talking about. I think it didn't actually hit well in Japan, but Americans fuck with it heavy. So Shonen Jump was like,
just started too.
Oh, it got an anime too?
Yeah, that name rings a bell.
That is very quick. I know Kaiju number 8's anime has finally started, so I'm excited about
just
that.
dropped yesterday. It wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
shout out to them. The manga itself has been decent. Wild Strawberry is another one I've been reading. Pretty good. It actually is like an adult Fire Force, so to speak. So the story of that plot in Fire Force where there was another org, another division or whatever that might be working against the Fire Force's intentions, and we got to figure out who that is. That whole like double agent thing. They explore that a lot in Wild Strawberry, and it's a similar concept. Instead of people with fire powers, it's people with flower power, so to speak. There's these flowers. No, it's totally different. I forget what he made before, but it was something good too. But basically, they're all infected by people in this world, in this part of Japan, can get infected by these flowers, and these flowers basically eat humans. So there was a part of Japan that really got hit by it, and then everybody else kind of was just like wall them niggas off and dipped. So basically, people are hunting these flowers is essentially what the thing is. But the main character is a guy who actually merged with a flower instead of it actually taking over. He kept his humanity, and this flower doesn't want to eat humans. So he's trying to kind of fix that person because she was actually a human before he treated like his sister. So that's kind of the main plot for him. But then these divisions, which they call like those funeral flower force, are these hunters that are trying to kill these flowers. And their power is the flowers themselves. They were able to like insert their flowers into weapons. Like if you watch Seraph to the End, is kind of similar to that concept. They basically put flowers in these weapons, and then these people are able to use them as like partners, so to speak.
It's kind of like Kaiju number 8 up around.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that a little bit too, but the flowers have their own personality. So it's not just you're in this weapon and I can use your powers. Like they be talking and shit like that. So far it's so good. The first couple of chapters, same kind of a little slow build, but then it picked up and I'm in it. So I enjoy reading that one. And then there was another one that I was reading but dropped off because it became too much of a harem. But Nui Exorcist. It's about this guy. Starts off pretty funny. Goes to a school. Apparently, this big demon person has been living in this school for a while. She just lives at the top floor, but she's like a real normal chick. She likes playing video games, all this stuff. He ends up partnering with her, and then the story kind of starts from there. But great action. I think it'll become an anime. It's just super harem-y. Like every chick that this guy meets is a girl, and every girl kind of likes him in some way. So you got to deal with that. But other than that, it's a good read so far. And then, one other thing that I don't think I've ever brought up but it just got revealed. Not just got revealed a while ago. There's this new manga called Martial Arts Asumi on Shonen Jump. It's actually written by the guy who wrote Hinamaru no Sumo. And spoiler alert, the worlds are connected. So it was very interesting to see. It happens after the events of Hinamaru no Sumo because you see Chichiro in there and he's an adult. Okay. So it was interesting to see, and he's a relevant character to the story. So that got me hyped into reading it some more. I haven't been stuck with it because I was in and out of the chapters, but it's basically a sports manga for MMA. So the guy himself is training to be an MMA fighter. His brother is actually a pro MMA fighter. He doesn't like fighting too much, but he was forced to because his grandfather was a martial artist. So he learned his grandfather's special technique of fighting, and then basically he's trying to use that to go up the ranks and beat his brother because his brother basically just abandoned them after his grandfather died. So good read. I'm enjoying all of those so far. And I guess there's more out. Apparently there is a Tokyo Revengers one that I'm going to read later.
Astro Royale.
Yeah. So I'm going to see how that goes.
I actually was thinking about starting to read that because I love Tokyo Revengers. And it's looked like from just the cover, it's Tokyo Revenger with superpowers. So
right, that's
I was like, I'll take it.
So yeah, but yeah, that's what I have on new manga. If anybody has any other new ones they've been reading or light novels or whatever they want to share, feel free. Or shows.
I could talk about shows, but manga.
Anime this season looks like it's going to be interesting. At least like the first few episodes that I saw. I mean, first off, Reincarnated as a Slime came back. So
did it? When?
Yeah, I think they have 2 eps now. So
I got something to watch. Man, they hit me at the right time, bro. Because I just started getting back into anime. They started dropping them. Okay. Boom.
I got something to watch. For comedy, they started back up Konosuba. I'm not sure if y'all were about that, but that was a pretty.
Is that the one where they had that skit of this girl that like suplexes the deer? No. Or is that a different one?
No, that's another show. I forgot the name of it, but no, Konosuba is when Buddy gets reincarnated by Aqua, the water goddess, but he was super pissed at her. So instead of like, she said, "Hey, what do you want? I'll give you some super magical item. You can ask for anything to bring with you to the new world." And he said, "Okay, bet. I want you." So then like they both go to like the new world and start doing like random comedy shenanigans. You may remember it. You ever hear about Megumi, like a explosion? You know, talking about it all? No idea.
No, but this show sounds familiar. Like I'm sure I've seen it, like the trailers for it or pictures of the characters. Well, I've never watched the episode.
But in any case,
it's more
season
comedy
3
style.
or whatever. Huh?
I was just saying it's more like comedy style.
Yeah, no, it's a pure comedy, but it's fun. It's pretty funny. Let's see, Kaiju number 8. I'm not sure if y'all were about the Irregular and Magical High School. The new season for that just started.
Oh, that's still going on? My wife loves that show.
It is. Yeah. It just started again. And then there was an interesting anime I thought from the first ep, but
hey, real quick, what was that first one you said? Magical School, what?
Irregular Magical High School?
At a Magic High School. Yeah, it's with Buddy with it's like the science magical world. Main character has like 2 guns.
2 golded. That nigga was just like he was acting like Heinz in that motherfucker.
Pretty much. But then the other completely new one, I felt like I started to read it, but just didn't. I don't know. I was reading some other shit, so I didn't like keep up with it. But y'all are here for Re-Monster, where Buddy gets reincarnated. Okay.
Yes. They made that in anime.
Oh yeah.
I used to love that show. Like I was reading the chapters like heavy, and then I was like, "Oh, this is deep," because it was. I mean, it gets a little like it's in there. Like he be thinking about shit and doing shit, but okay. So I got another one
back up too. So I think that's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, this was actually like before Reincarnated as a Slime. This is what Reincarnated as a Slime reminded me of because I was reading the manga back in the day. So
I got those vibes from it. Pretty much.
Right. It's just that nigga stays a goblin.
Right.
Instead of a slime. He's just like, I'm finna bring all these goblin niggas up from the ground versus I'm a slime that just the goblins are part of me. So his whole tribe of people, like this is gonna be interesting. I want to see how people take it because
I think it's gonna do good.
It's good.
I remember reading it, and then when it became an anime, I was like, damn, I thought that was kind of quick. You feel me? Like it got up there quick. People must
really, because that series I've been reading for a long time. Like I fell off a while ago, but I think I was reading that before, maybe before I went to college or while I was in college.
Really?
But
damn,
yeah,
I just found it.
It has been around for a while. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised if it's not like done yet. If it's still ongoing,
it's gotta be, because people were like, the thing about it was like one of those ones where I had to kind of like dig to find it. It wasn't something that was like relatively translated or whatever. It was one of these like shops that were doing it. So maybe now it's finished or out there. But there's, once again, if you like Reincarnated as a Slime and the evolving aspect too, there's a lot of that here with the main character and his group. So that's one of the things I like about Reincarnated as a Slime is like, in order to keep it fresh, the characters evolve as they get into more complex battles. That's exactly how this guy is. He just takes it from I would say it's more of a serious tone. And like now he's where I had stopped in the manga, he was kind of at his OP level, but like the bigger complexities of the story weren't really fully revealed 100% yet. Like there's something going on, but I don't feel like I ever got the answer to what that was the way you do in that time I got Reincarnated as a Slime. So it was a slow build from that perspective, but from a party getting stronger and shit perspective, oh yeah, you get a lot of that there.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is I like when they spend some time like sitting on the new powers. He gets so many new powers so quick.
That's
like,
facts.
bro, you don't even try and keep up with what he got. Just understand.
No, he just pulled it out as ass pulls at this point. He's like, oh yeah, I got this, and that. That should work for this. This is no longer a problem.
I swear, I just like, that's annoying. But other than that, it's exciting. I had some things I was watching. You know, I like to watch some good old isekai trash. Shangri-La Frontier. I don't know if we brought that up.
Oh wait, no, I don't call that trash. I
this is what I'm gonna say. I want to preface for all the people that it is in fact an isekai, and there are still some tropes you're gonna run into. However, if you cool with the genre, you ain't tired yet, Shangri-La Frontier is actually good. It's like a video game style. So the people, you know they in a video game. And it's just interesting, especially if you play a lot of video games. They do a lot of references and stuff that you could get and understand. And then one thing I really appreciate about it is like just like kind of the real world life. Like if you ever been new to an MMORPG, you know like some of this shit is real. Like the main character gets like a rare item or something, and people are just on them like, where you get that? Where it's from? Where you get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I've been there before in video games where it's new and you get some stuff and people own you, bro. You can't even play the game no more. They, where you get that? Where you get that? Where you get that? And it's just, I like it. You know,
the animation.
Oh, side note on some old school shit, because that's made me think of it for some reason. GTO is on Netflix. I started trying to watch it, but that shit has not aged well.
Great Teacher Onizuka, bro, is wild. I was rewatching it
has not aged well, bro.
And I was like, this nigga tweaking. Bro.
Yeah,
GTO.
Yeah,
a Great Teacher Onizuka. So it's about this delinquent nigga who eventually goes back to like his old high school and starts teaching. I never finished the series, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna start watching it. But the thing is, he chases after high school girls, and that shit is like, in the forefront. I'm like, yo, this is not age
heavy, bro. His damn near his whole reasoning for being a teacher so he could hit on high school girls.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, wow. But it was funny at the time.
That's the thing. It is funny.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're into delinquent manga and you just wonder in your head, like, what would it be like if a delinquent was a teacher? There you go, GTO. But he a real delinquent, so
for
real. You know, I was watching the Unwanted Undead Adventure, really good. I think that it serves the same purpose as like Monster, except he's an undead. It's like a guy goes into a dungeon, gets whacked. It becomes like a skeleton. He fights, then moves up to like a ghoul, keeps fighting, moves up to a zombie. His whole goal is like, damn, I'm undead, but at least I can keep adventuring. He wants to level up to being a vampire so he can be handsome again. And yeah, it's good. It's just like you said, it's one of those things. Except instead of focusing on like a community builder, like Monster, I would say, where it's like, oh, is he getting powerful? Yes, but then he also has to build his nation. This guy's like not building a nation. He's just adventuring, leveling up from skeleton to higher end zombie, and it's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, there's one on Netflix that people been sleep on. It's called Delicious Dungeon. Really,
I've seen that.
Is it that good?
I haven't watched
been
it,
hearing
though.
things.
Yeah. So I like it. Basically, it's just about like this adventuring party, like Dungeons and Dragons style adventuring party. One of the main homies gets like killed, but it's like a fantasy world, so they can like, as long as they get their remains, they can bring them back to life. So now they're like, oh, we gotta go all the way back down to the dungeon to go save this nigga. But they like, we broke. So what do? We can't afford food. They like, bro, we just gonna have to start eating dungeon monsters. And they like, what the fuck? Like, we ain't eat no dungeon monsters. And then they just come across like this other person that's like, yeah, I eat dungeon monsters all the time. And they're like, bro, because it's in the world where that's not okay. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Why are you eating dungeon monsters? But bro be cooking it up. So it's really like a cooking anime.
Yeah,
with like adventure
the
stuff happening in the background, but really they focusing on cooking up weird dungeon monsters.
Interesting.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, they got me sold with the cooking part.
And they be looking fire too. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll
cook up a dragon. I ain't gonna lie, cook up a dragon too.
I think dragon meat would definitely be fire. No pun intended. Like,
oh God, I'm cooking it, even if it's nasty. I'm cooking it to be like, bro, I ate a dragon. And if they ever kill me, I want you to know I ate some of your kind too.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I would go that far, but I think it would be tasty.
Hey, I'm on the same shit. You know, hey, don't cancel me. I know they in danger. I'm not looking to eat a tiger, but if some tiger meat pulled up, I'm banging it.
Tiger steak's got to be fire.
Gotta be fire.
Think so?
I bet. I know it's nasty. We used to eating like grazers that eat the same thing, like beef, cattle. We don't eat things that eat other meat. I know their meat tastes nasty. It got to, or else we would eat it.
That's fair.
That's facts.
But is the juice worth the squeeze there though?
It's just off the respect for me. Like, bro, I ate a tiger. Who could say that? Who did that? Nobody.
There's definitely some people who eat some tiger meat. Right. Oh yeah, that's true. Alligator meat.
We eat alligator.
It's a good point.
Alligator.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit, don't let me find a tiger.
Don't let me find a dragon. Speaking of House of Dragon is coming back in the summer. I don't have much to say outside of that, but it's coming back in the summer for those people that were looking for that battle of the bastards.
Yeah, I mean, I think it ought to be fun, off the just a little bit that, hey, it's a dragon civil war. That ought to be cool. If it's not, cool, if they don't go hard on the fights, I'm not interested.
I think from a storyline perspective, the first season definitely disappointed me because once again, it was just a series of stupid decisions. Where in the other show, I felt like it was just one person making stupid decisions, which was Daenerys, and everybody else was just like, "Yeah, we're making smart decisions. We just can't fight dragons." This one is just like, oh, so just all y'all dragon niggas are idiots.
But to be fair, like, if you have a dragon, what you need to think for? Like, imagine if I got like 3 dragons and you my advisor, you like, hey, bro, let me sit down and tell you this boring strategy. I'm like, bro, strategy is burn everything.
So my question to that though was in that particular time period, because you read the books, right? So you have some more context about the world, but like, was it really like when the dragons were more populous? Was it really that much of like, yo, we're just under these niggas' thumbs, or are there niggas that actually could hold their own against the dragon niggas? So everybody was just like, oh, the niggas with dragons, that's it, we're done.
300 years straight. The only time niggas questioned the Targaryens was before they knew what them dragons was like, and then after all the dragons was dead. 300 years straight of niggas was like, yeah, okay, all right, you got a dragon. Like,
I said only niggas that could like, they couldn't put up a fight, but they like argued a bit more with could fight a bit more better was the desert niggas. They like they was decent, but everyone else, yeah, you just dragon pull up.
The desert niggas was kind of like the same thing with like Al Qaeda in real life. It's like they cannot keep up with the firepower.
That's a crazy comparison.
It's the actual one.
But I'm gonna let you cook, bro.
They use the exact same strategies. Like, all right, we're outpowered. We'll just hide in this mountain. You can't burn a mountain down, my nigga. And when you pull up, we gonna pop out. Like it worked. It's the same strategies. Nothing you do about it.
I'm gonna save it for the only decent news I want to talk about. But this, when we talk about Sand People, my mind is going to Dune, obviously. So where did you think I was going with that? Because Player 5's look was like, oh, this podcast is about to be over.
I was gonna hit him with I do not condone this message.
Separate Player 5 from the podcast.
I was thinking about Dune too. I wanted to talk about that if folks saw the movie, but we can say that
real
for
quick.
the
I had a question.
segment.
If anyone started watching, been hearing, shit, it's X-Men 95.
Yeah, 97.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet. Like, is it actually?
Yeah. I enjoy it. The 5 episodes will go by fast. I literally just caught up before we started this, and I had only watched 1 episode up until.
I caught up last night.
Yeah.
I've been watching it. I'm gonna say these 2 things about it. One, I love that they do it like 90s style TV. Like now we gotta sit for an hour and watch something. X-Men 97, but they're gonna start and end that story in 30 minutes or less.
They sure do. And they don't play. They don't play with the intensity of what they drop in there. That's what I'm saying. Every episode,
they don't waste like time.
Yeah. Every episode kind of got to the point by the end of it. It was like, that's the point. We just doing that. And that's the thing. They started with big. It was spaced out within the 5 episodes, but there's, to me, at least 2 to 3. I lied. 3 at minimum, big ass moments that are like, okay, y'all could have rolled these out amongst multiple seasons, but they just like, season 1's just gonna have all of this. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty good of them. I was interested, especially for a show I was kind of watching in the background. I think it's a great do other shit, but kind of listen to it show.
Bro, I gotta disagree wholeheartedly. I'm gonna say now, if this show can keep up with the intensity for its entire season, gotta be some of the best Marvel since Endgame.
Really?
Yeah, cold.
I wouldn't disagree.
But also, I don't think that's very
cinematic
hard.
content.
I don't think Marvel has been very good in that time frame either.
This year,
I do think X-Men 97 is great though. The only part I didn't really get was like the video game shit. I didn't fully get that, how they played into it, but it was good. Other than that,
yeah, that's just a mojo thing. That's what that character does. He pulls people into weird things out of nowhere.
Also, I didn't rewatch the characters stuff either. I probably should have.
To me, I felt like from what I remember from the old stuff, Chameleon is Chameleon. That he was a dick then. He's a dick now. That hasn't changed. Yeah, the one that doesn't have a face, Voldemort.
Yeah.
My bad. I call him Chameleon. I'm thinking about Spider-Man. But Morph is the same person. Logan is a little bit softer than he used to be. We're spending a lot more time on Cyclops, but I get it. And I'm not mad at the Cyclops stuff.
The original used to spend the time on Cyclops, right? I think it was a movie.
We did, but I felt like it was more about Cyclops and Logan's drama and their and then his leadership thing. I felt like we spent more of a focus on like what it's like for Scott to take this mantle, given the situation that happened in the beginning. So to me, I felt like we're focusing on that and the whole parent situation thing without spoiling too much. So. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, literally, my favorite comic book run is X-Men versus the Avengers, and from reading that, when people always who's your favorite X-Men? I'm like Cyclops. He that nigga. Or when they bro, what regular nigga could bang with Captain America? Like Cyclops really is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then if you just watch him from contemporary X-Men stuff that gets pumped out to the masses, he got to be one of the lamest X-Men ever.
It was
he
the
turned
Fox
up
movies,
this season though.
It was the Fox movies.
The Fox movies made him so trash.
Yeah.
Like
I get that to y'all.
He just get that to you. Pew, pew, pew. And I'm like, bro, like he actually is one of the best X-Men. And I'm happy that they put respect on his name.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And this is what I want out of like him. There are two people. Scott Summers, when they bring him to live action, please make him like X-Men 97. That's real Scott Summers. Leader, tactician, got hands like that. Check.
Yeah.
Also like a good boy nerd. I love it. Like keep that. That is Scott Summers, a goody two shoes. And then the other person is Mr. Fantastic, bro. He's been getting destroyed in movies. Please bring back the smartest man alive. He don't even got to stretch, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see him stretch. His superpowers being the smartest person in Marvel Universe, bro. Please.
They looking for a savior after Jonathan Majors, so you might get it. You never know.
Yeah, free my nigga Jonathan Majors.
Evil Reed Richards, maybe that'll pop off. But but yeah, no, I would agree. Like I think I was about to say Sasuke's Cyclops character art is good in this show so far. I enjoy it. I think the little twists and turns they're throwing in there to keep you interested is there. I'm iffy on the whole Jubilee being there because what I remember from 97, she was like the plot device to get you to know about the niggas you don't know about. So it was just like, oh, hey, here's this new person. Jubilee's not going to know about him, even though everyone else does. So let's explore who this person is through Jubilee. So she was basically supposed to act as the audience. Now I feel like they're kind of giving her more of a personality. I wouldn't say it's bad. I just don't care for it. Like it's nothing. Yeah. It's neither here nor there when it comes to the show. It's just there's Jubilee again. Yeah. But the guy that she with, they really need to stop playing around with this nigga that the rich kid. Because his power is fucking OP. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, they keep playing around with I don't know if I want to be one. Like, nigga, we know you're eventually gonna be one. So just cut this shit out. Make him an official X-Men. Let's get to the ass whooping with him because they playing around. I'm playing around. But no, I like the way they're setting up the world. It feels modern. Yeah. Yeah.
Goofy.
What's up with Gambit? Whoa. Goofy. Gambit slander?
That's hate.
Me personally,
for what?
See, hey, Jugga, you gotta close your ears because I don't want.
I mean, I get it. Like his like how he acted with like Rogue was a little goofy to me.
I'd be hot on that too, though. But I think for him,
bro.
No, bro. I felt like he was sold a dream that he didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like him and Rogue was a very open relationship, and they was comfortable being that. And then Rogue switched up and was like, "I want a husband," and he like, "That's the one you want?"
No, but the fact that it's the one he like, that's Magneto, bro. You can't even do shit to that nigga. He's like, you can't fight him. But you go like, what? Like, look, he had to take the L and like, yeah.
But the way he was,
so you would have just sat on it. You wouldn't have been hot. I understood his hotness, bro. I would have been hot too.
I was gonna fuck Jean Grey. I was gonna fuck all the other shorties.
If he'd have did something on it, I would have had respect for Gambit. But I'm like, bro, Gambit. If he was talking to me, I'd be like, lower your voice, bro. Cause your girl in the danger room right now getting tenderized, bro. Watch how you talk to me. You gonna go talk to Magneto like that before you talk to me like that, bro. Gambit lost hella points, bro. He ain't say nothing. If you could have been like, hey, bro, y'all not gonna do me like this, I'm out. Bro just sat there on his thumb.
Hey, no. Bitch. It was crazy. They was in the plane, right? They was in the plane. Magneto said, "Nigga, you the only one that need this plane. We can fly." Like I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, you just bitched him.
No way. Like, bro, that's the worst part. Not only is he piping your girl, the whole show, Magneto been saying sly shit to him. Shit that's boxing. You gonna tell me if this plane is the only nigga? Bro, put him up, Magneto. I know I'm not gonna win, but you're not just gonna disrespect me. While you piping my girl, bro? No, you can't go. No. And that's why
I can't lie. I love Magneto in the position they put him in. I thought it was a good way to explore this, like how you can lead the team, still be all right. I'm maligned, but I'm still that nigga Magneto at the end of the day. Yeah. He had some very like I'm still that nigga Magneto at the end of the day. Like don't forget, like when he carried them niggas to space, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to kill y'all, but just know, if it wasn't for the promises I made, this electromagnetism that's keeping y'all floating, it would have just been gone right now. Y'all niggas just be floating. Just look down.
Hey, and then when he said, "Don't make me let you down, bro,"
Right.
That was bars, nigga.
Right. That shit was crazy.
If my man's brought me up into orbit, I'd be like, Mr.
Yeah.
Magneto, sir, I'm sorry for my disrespect. I'm gonna act right from here on out.
And that's what I'm saying. People really just got the audacity. Not saying you should just bow down to this nigga, but like people really was comfortable talking smack. Like the U.S. Secretary lady or whatever, she wanted. I'm like, come on, bro. Like in the mutant homeland, you trying to talk all this shit, telling people how shit finna go, how shit not finna go.
Hey, that speech
fucked up. You might not leave this island, girl.
They clipped up the speech and put like the back, like a beat behind it. That shit was so clean. Like that was he's that nigga.
He really is, bro.
Oh, they're good.
And that just pissed me off that like he hoeing all these niggas left and right. He look at Scott, these my X-Men, nigga. He look at Gambit.
And that's what I appreciate. So that's where I'm like, he went too far, right? Because I appreciated the Magneto-ness of it all. X-Men. He said, look, fam, it is what it is. Like, he's a realist at the end of the day, which is like, look, I still own y'all niggas. You can leave if you want to. You cannot leave. But the nigga that y'all fuck with chose me. I don't know. He said, y'all say y'all was the smartest. You the best. He chose me, though. I don't know why he chose me, but he chose me. Figure it out. Right.
If I'm Scott, I'm boxing. I'm disappointed that the lack of hands and feet that got put on Magneto in this series.
What's the point, bro?
But I felt like he's consistently showed them that they can almost never do that. Because countless times I can remember this happening. Magneto pulling up in the old series. Logan like, oh, and Magneto going, sit down. Like that was always his entrance, was like Wolverine charges. This nigga like, go sit down over there. And then
there's like people was like this, the show came out back when like people didn't understand like magnetism as well. So Magneto could do anything like in this show. Like he just he's like has infinite power because like niggas didn't really know anything about like physics.
Oh God.
I mean, they still making it broken to me though. Like some of it, like the whole not touching with Rogue thing. I thought that was great. That I was like, whoa, I didn't even think about that shit. Yeah, I still don't, but it worked out. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand where they're going with it, but bold.
Mm.
I mean,
I thought in my mind, I was like, is he doing some type of Gojo shit where it's like she's getting close, but not like they're repelling each other? Yeah, so it's like you're technically not touching, which I'm like, that makes the sex part a little weirder because it's like, dude, you're in there, but not in there.
But she probably feel it though, you know.
You never touch anything, right? Like so, technically, your electrons are touching each other right now. So if he controls that, then in theory he can control like that touch to be like, oh, you're touching me, but not touching me, because that's what's happening anyway. You never actually touch anything. So
really?
But
so it is a repelling type of thing going on there. So it's like Gojo. She thinks she's close, but she's not really close.
And he in there. She feel it.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. And this is my thing that killed me, bro. If I'm Gambit, I'd have been like, baby, I will put on a full body suit and a condom. What are you talking about?
That's what I thought. I'm like, this is an easily solvable problem.
This is a solvable problem. I'm never.
It sure is. She really tripping. Yeah.
In a Power Ranger suit, butt naked with a condom on. You're not playing me, bro. I'm not going for this.
No, yeah, though I think they were tripping definitely on how you could skirt around the sex thing, because I immediately thought of ideas in my head. I was like, yeah, you could do this. Yeah. You could also do this. Like,
I'll be honest, it ain't the same though. Like Rogue, she wanted that meat to meat. She wanted that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the thing is she really feeling it with Magneto?
Yes, bro. I'm telling you.
Based off what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly, nigga.
No, bro. Yeah, no. He definitely had her like. That's one of those things that I feel like every man felt. While you didn't agree with Gambit's response, you felt that embarrassment of being with a girl that you fuck with, and like y'all definitely like, yeah, this is the girl that might make me go solo, and then one random nigga come out that really got her like this. Because when Magneto showed up, he had her like this. Like it wasn't even like there's some beef there. He told her the story. She told him the story about how it went down. And she was like, it didn't sound like a door closed for her. It sounded like she accepted the situation, which was he said no. Mm-hmm. But not that the door closed for her where she got over it. Oh, God. The Gambit was the rebound. He had to sit there and really process it. Like, low-key, I was the rebound whole time. Mm-hmm. I thought I was out here getting females day to day. I thought I got this one. I'm the fucking rebound. That's crazy.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah,
I felt for Gambit, but that's all I was like, bro. You lost.
And that's Juggy, you may want to close your ears for 1 second, but the moment where
he heard so much of it,
where he saved his girl behind it, he was like, "I'm not gonna let you kill yourself for this, nigga." Mm-hmm. Oh God, they gonna have an argument about that. That to me, I feel like there's about to be an argument that's about to happen.
Who's they?
Whatever the next episode. How Gambit just saved her from getting murked.
Oh.
With the rage.
She was about to jump in front of that.
Yeah, she was about to get beat. Yeah. And then he fucking... she would be pissed about that.
I'm like, I don't care. Fuck, I look like... You thought you were going your life away for him? You better lay your life down for me. What's going on?
He wasn't letting it happen, bro. No. That shit was funny to me, though. Yeah. Shout out to X-Men 97, though. They really did it. I didn't think they could do it, but they did it.
And you know what I really appreciate on like some Marvel shit? They really got me feeling like, bro, the X-Mansion is like real world or like One Tree Hill. Like, you feel me? Like, we really watching a show of just some niggas with powers
living in the house.
Shit. I'm like, boy, it's messy in this house, boy.
Hell yeah. And fucking Morphast is the messiest of them all. This nigga out here fucking teasing people. But hey, I can't lie. I thought Logan saw the come up there, bro. I was like, man. When the Gene situation,
Morph taking.
I'm surprised at how tame Logan is because, bro, with that Gene situation, I've been locked. That's the opportunity you was waiting for. No, one of them gotta like you.
It's over with, bro. Because got piping both.
Yeah, bro. Like, get your own. Move on. Get a new bitch. Like,
it's over with. Because really, if you get one, you really just getting the one Scott didn't want. He not going for that, bro. He don't want that.
Yeah, that's embarrassing if you do that. You know.
Yeah, move forward, big dog. That's why I got double respect on Logan. I don't need no hand-me-down coochie boy.
Look, I mean, hey, he's way more tame this time around. I thought it's like Logan from the movies came and just like infested his body because I'm like, yo, this nigga is the quietest one in the room most times. He was there.
I don't remember like how he was before, so I can't really.
I just feel like he was a very angsty teen. Like whenever they tried to do some shit, he was like,
fuck that plan.
Yeah, right.
Let's just go. Still like that, right? It's just that they haven't been focusing on it.
The opportunity hasn't arisen.
He always been soft with Jean Grey, though.
I mean, that's facts. That's facts.
I want to throw out one more show since we mentioned in shows. It's not anime. Yeah. But it's sci-fi, and I think people will like it. It is. It's called The Three Body Problem.
Was it good?
That was interesting.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh dang! Everybody watched it but me. It's still been popping up on my Netflix timeline. Yeah, I'm physical 100, fam.
Because you be taking care of the kid, even if you don't got shit to do. You just be
no, I've been watching Physical 100. I was trying to finish that up. Season 2.
Don't do this, man. I'm good.
But yeah, Three Body Problem.
Three Body Problem is fire.
Invincible.
The non-spoiler review or summary is that around the world physics and other science starts to act up, not act appropriately, and scientists around the world start to kill themselves. And then there becomes a mystery. Why are they killing themselves? What is going on with the world to where science stops working? On the spoilery version, pause. Aliens. Sci-fi about aliens is really good. Go watch it.
Hey,
go ahead.
It sent me down a rabbit hole of like I started Googling all type of shit about the actual three body problem and like how it's like you can't really solve it and all that stuff. I was on YouTube with a deep rabbit hole. Researching that shit.
So it's a real thing.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's a real thing, and it's interesting because like so I've been watching this the Asian dude Chinese I can't remember his name that made these books. I've been reading his books for a while and it's been like popular in the physics community for a while because it's like a physics based sci-fi. I ain't never think they was gonna turn that motherfucker into a show. That's crazy. But it's kind of lit. Yeah, 3-body problems is just you can't really solve it indefinitely. There are hundreds and thousands of solutions to the 3-body problem, but no real world solutions, if that makes sense. There are mathematical stable orbits that 3 things can be in, but you just won't find that in real life for real.
Oh, okay.
Like if they all got their own like gravitational field or whatever, like you can't you can't predict it is what they kind of say or whatever.
Most of them involve like the solutions involve like a perfect system where all 3 suns are the same weight. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna get that in real life. So
the theoretical shit.
Interesting. Okay.
But it's
I even and quick, like a side spoiler, pause. But I like the idea of how like the aliens are afraid of us because like they think we like evolve at such a fast pace that hey, by the time we get there, these niggas might be colder than us. So we need to cut their science out now. I just think I never seen that idea before, so that shit was just cool to me.
Yeah. And that's a big thing where like so in the science community, this whole like idea and like this branch of science fiction stems from this thing called like the Fermi paradox, which is basically like, okay, so if life is possible, there should be many, many civilizations out there. Where is everybody? So then you get all these issues. And then so the next book, it goes like the 3-body problem and the dark forest. The dark forest is like a solution to the Fermi paradox in that nobody comes out because if you come out, it'd be dangerous. Right? So everybody's like a hunter in the dark forest trying to remain quiet so that they can hunt. But if you make too much noise, now everybody know where you at. So it's a very interesting thing. I think that it makes assumptions about how evil people are. But yeah, you know, space is big. It takes over 400 years to get to you. You got a lot of time to plan.
Interesting. Okay. There was something that came to my mind as we were talking about it, but I forgot already. It was probably something related to TV shows on Netflix. I forgot it. But yeah, just to wrap up the manga section, and then I guess whatever else we want to talk about. Anything to talk about with My Hero, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Real quick, I didn't say like what I guess I watched.
Yeah, go ahead.
I watched this. What is it? HBO had anime Ninja.
Yeah, Kamui is good.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent. I thought it was good. Obviously, I've been watching Solo Leveling. I read the manga on it too, though, so I just kind of rewatched it. I think the anime did a really good job of adapting it.
Okay.
I've been staying up to date on JJK.
Manga wise or anime wise?
Yeah, manga wise. I think it kind of fell off a little bit, but it's still decent.
They've been dragging this Sukuna fight, bro.
Yeah.
Every episode, somebody's stronger than Sukuna, and then they get
a new person jumps in with the last to survive for one chapter, and then a new person jumps in. Like it's
niggas is doing all this talk about. Oh, I could whoop Sukuna this. I could whoop. Now y'all got to jump.
I got a new profound respect for him because I definitely was saying he was shit for jumping Gojo like that. I still feel kind of way about it, but yeah, the author clearly loves this nigga because it's I'm not seeing how they're gonna beat him.
That he's just that nigga. Like I accepted it. Like you know, you can't argue against that. Been watching Mashal. That's it's like I think that's kind of like a background like show. I just watched I watched the dub version, so like. It's just kind of funny, and then it ain't no like seriousness to it to me. So
I'm assuming they already got to the broom part, which is one of my favorite moments from the series.
The room
when he does the magical test and he just throws the broom instead of
F1.
Yeah, to make it fly.
Oh yeah. It's the second season too. So they like
they just
finished. They were doing the test.
Did they already fight the puppet homie or music homie?
He beat that was season 1. Yeah.
Oh okay, damn, y'all in there. You be forgetting how like much they pack and stuff. Like as I was watching Undead Unluck, haven't read the manga, I'm like, oh, the episode 3 is already here. Like it's certain things feeling like it's so long.
Seasonal anime, like they just more efficient than like back in the day. Like One Piece and Naruto and all that stuff. Them shit
No
was
more
like,
filler, none of that.
yeah,
shit,
that shit
bro.
was inefficient.
The
as
5
hell.
minute
packing it in.
recap.
Nah, they be packing it in for sure.
Oh, and yeah, last thing I watched recently was Invincible. I think that ended like the second half of the second season.
That's what I
out,
wanted
like,
to talk about.
last
These
weeks ago.
Viltrumites, bro, they have got to be like, yo, I want to put this nigga. What's dude name? The head motherfucker. Invincible's dad. What's his name?
Omni-Man?
Yeah, Omni-Man. They like, yo, I want to put Omni-Man in prison because this nigga can't stop fucking these aliens. He has a problem. Like that's really his issue is that he has a fetish for alien human beings and he just goes to other planets and fucks them. And they like, yo, nigga, keep it in, like all the Dr. Umar Viltrumites is like, nigga, stop fucking non-Viltrumites. He has like an actual
itch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm imagining them going on a planet and this nigga just in the background, like, oh shit, them antennas. I gotta fuck them goddamn antennas, like, and they just like this freak again. Trying
you know
to
what I think it is? Them Viltrumite women too tough, bro. Don't nobody want to come back to no, sir, yes, sir. As he like, look, man, I'm gonna deal with me this nice, quiet, soft alien woman.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm sorry. This is how I knew it was a problem, right? Because you can argue face wise, the humans look like the Viltrumites. Face wise, they look very close to Viltrumites. That nigga Mark loved that antenna bug more than he loved his actual wife, bro. His second baby mom's. Oh, he loved her more than the other lady.
Who you mean, Omni-Man? Or is it Omni-Man?
Omni-Man, yeah, Omni-Man.
Yeah.
I think he fucked with the antenna, the ant-looking girl more than his other one. So to me, if it was the argument of, oh, these women too swole, then he would have been in love, infatuated with the one that still looks like a Viltrumite, but just ain't strong. Instead, this nigga was like, nah, that ant.
That antenna.
Now I'm trying to get this. How did you even figure out how, all that shit? If everything is similar to us, that's just my assumption.
He figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. But he had to want to figure it out. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you to figure it out, you looked at that thing, you said, I wonder how I could fuck that thing. That's what came to his mind, and then he explored that to his logical conclusion.
Hey, I would say on my YouTube rabbit hole, it's not just him though. That's what they do. Like their entire thing, they go to these planets and breed with like the
Viltrumites.
Yeah, and then like if they're able to, like, that's how they expand their population too. And if they can have like kids with like a successful kid that's like strong, they accept him as a Viltrumite.
So now
Mark, they would accept because he's like strong. That's all they care about.
Does he like it or is it duty? Is he like, damn, I got an ant girl? Or is he like, yeah?
That's the thing.
I think they like it, bro. I think they just
Mark is on time, bro. He's on. I'm enjoying that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Omni-Man. Isn't his name Mark? Like Mark Grayson?
No. That's the kid. That's Invincible.
Yeah, I think that sounds like
that's why. I'm getting it fucking confused. I'm like, I thought his name.
I don't even. Did they? Nolan.
There we go. Nolan. Yeah.
wow.
But yeah, nah, man. Shout outs to Invincible. That shit is still staying crazy as ever. The way those niggas got bodied in the last episode I seen by the Cobra King, this nigga who's supposed to be like a joke villain. The girl who can multiply herself, the girl who can
that's the last one you seen?
That's the last one I seen. Yeah, they got fucking murdered, bro. Like that was on some shit. Yeah, so shout out to them though. All right. So yeah, sorry. Anything else on the shows before we just wrap it up with some manga? No. All right. Jujutsu Kaisen, I felt like we touched there, but if you want to say anything else, you can. I just think the Sukuna fight is dragging. While I enjoy seeing all of these new powers, I just am still finding it hard to believe that any of these niggas can beat them. I don't care how hard you jump them. You would have had me at Yuta, potentially. Yuta and Maki was like, all right, maybe. After those two, I'm not seeing it. I don't know how they're going to beat them. I don't care what Yuji's power-up is, but...
I mean, even if they do beat him, I still think it's dragging on too long. It's like, clearly, I mean, he's the end villain, right? I mean, after they defeat him, the show has to end. The series has to end.
Kenjaku's gone.
Yeah, so like it's at this point they just kind of like make the series last longer, a cash grab almost. Unless they pull a Naruto and then like there's somebody controlling controlling him in the background, but I doubt it because he's that guy.
Yeah. Oh, Sukuna being controlled would be crazy. At that point, I would just have to close the manga because it just doesn't make sense. Like, who is this going to be? You're stronger than this nigga, right?
Oh, it's the devil. I mean, it's a shonen, bro. So just don't expect like that can happen. It happens a lot.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
we thought the same
bunny
thing
years
for Black Clover for a second.
That's true. All right, and then other than Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, I really don't feel like there's much to add.
I don't know. Lose his hand.
Yeah, he lost. He's growing it back right now as we speak.
How?
Airy.
Oh, it makes sense.
But I mean, other than that, it's been a while. Probably like 20 chapters now since the last time we talked about this. Anything anybody cares about, or is it still where it was when we left it in August?
This shit is dragging on too. Like
that's the way I felt. Even the Bakugo stuff, we wouldn't even give him a little bit of respect for that.
What'd he do?
Yeah. When he fought baby whatever the fuck, baby all for one that was running to catch his Shigaraki's body, and then him and All Might kind of teamed up, blah blah blah. Nope, nothing. All right.
Turn that shit off.
That's kind of how I feel. Like, wrap it up.
I would rather get a spin-off series about other countries than hear anything else about these niggas fighting Shigaraki.
I'm sorry, them other countries pussy, bro. I don't even think there's a real hero community there because them niggas called the best niggas. They said, "Nah, we good. I'm gonna stay right here in Africa with my lion head." All right, and then One Piece will probably be the last. So, side note, Boruto, I've decided to reinvest. I will say that the time skip, I'm not catching up with anything I missed. I'm just starting from the time skip going forward. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's better.
It's not bad, but you going to stop in like one chapter?
Huh? No, I read I've been keeping it up to date so far. There's like 6, I think, out.
But I'm saying it's on hiatus now, so you started for like no reason.
Oh, it went on hiatus?
Yeah, Toriyama died like.
I'm
speaking, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh no, nigga,
I'm on hiatus.
I'm sorry. RP Akira Toriyama, but yeah, I'm not looking for Dragon Ball Super at all. So I'm sure
Dragon Ball Super is good, actually.
I'm sure it is. I'm not giving it no more money.
Boruto is good. Blue Vortex, it is good.
Yeah, I've been putting some respect on that. And then last thing is One Piece. A lot of developments. I'm happy to see that the Giants pulled up like that. The only question I have is really like, we need to get to answering some more of these questions. They asked, I thought they was answering some, and then they just raised so much more with the Kuma flashback and his whole Buccaneer race. These Immortal guys, which I knew were going to be a battle power, so I'm not surprised to see that they're a battle power. It's just what the fuck does it mean? Like this whole transformation thing, are these supposed to be a devil fruit, hockey, both? I feel like when we get the explanation of what they are, it's gonna end up tying to those two concepts in some way, shape, or form. But still, it's just a big what the fuck right now. Just a lot of things going on. I'm actually a little disappointed at how much he's spamming Gear 5. I feel like at this point, like I remember we talked about this years ago, getting another time skip. I just think that we're at the point where Luffy's as strong as he's gonna be, and I guess just get stronger through these fights. But I don't think there's another gap for him to make. I think it's just Gear 5 and just keep figuring shit out.
Yeah,
and then maybe like modified signs of Gear 5. But I mean, if they're already calling them Mika at Gear 5, it's like, that's more or less the whole build up. So.
I think he's made it. Like he's the pinnacle of One Piece. Not like, I mean, you can't really. He beat Kaido, so it's You don't really get much higher than that. So
Yonko status, yeah.
And that's
yeah.
my thing though. Like, so how do you think Kaido fares against these guys?
Wait, pause. What do you mean?
Against the
Wait. What
world
do you mean
government
these
niggas?
guys? Oh,
Well,
The heads. Even you
same
can go
same
individual or
same
all
as
together.
Luffy.
Really?
I think they're way
Okay.
stronger than them, but they can't kill them. That's really it.
Mm.
I
Okay.
mean, I feel like there's a secret there, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah, like
Oh,
and
100%.
they'll figure it out at some point, right? I don't know when, but probably like way down the line.
I mean, but arguably, is it going to be much different from King? I think that would be my second question. Because King essentially was like a form of this, right? Like, he was
Um,
immortal, sort of. Like, what Zoro was doing to him in their fight, like, he couldn't actually attack him until he figured
right.
out whatever
But
the fuck the
I
secret
think
was, which I forget.
the difference is like you couldn't like Zoro couldn't damage like him, right?
Hmm.
When he was in that super stun mode or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you can damage um
Oh, that you just
the,
can't kill them. The world
yeah, but
government
you can't
niggas.
like they just recover immediately or whatever.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Mm, I don't know. I feel like there's something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
what it
it'll
is, but
like I said, it'll reveal it at some point. But then when they do, it'll probably like bring up four more questions in the
Yep. And
process
that's
of
my thing.
revealing
And
it.
then with the Shanks meeting with them part, I'd still like not, because now they seem evil, evil. I don't really see what the good is with them at all. Maybe other people in the government, but not these niggas.
oh, I thought
So
that at that point, like that. I mean, like long story short, I don't think there is any good in like the upper echelon of the government. Period. Like a
yeah,
Kainu and above, I mean, it's like it's a wrap. Like they're evil as fuck. Especially when they
But
introduced Emu. I mean, that was more or
yeah,
less a wrap for me right there.
yeah, I would say yeah, emu's made me think evil, but I don't think Akanu's
yeah,
evil, right? I think like,
Well, okay.
yeah.
I mean,
but I
evil.
I know what
actually
you're
think
talking about. You're talking about the elders and
yeah, those
anybody
are
in
they. I
that
think they're
Like
circle of
actually like
niggas.
elders, and
evil.
then the
Emu.
squad that what's his face is like I think they're calling him Shank's dad, like Moon looking face. You know what I'm talking
Oh yeah,
about? The
The
guy
the
who
night
like
niggas.
knights, God's
say
knights.
Yeah,
yeah them.
yeah,
So like all of
yeah.
them
Fuck
got to be
them.
evil as fuck. So
See, I don't think they're evil either. I think they just do what they're told almost.
No, them
Well,
niggas
actually,
is
never mind. I
evil
take
from
it
that
back.
flashback.
I
They
take it
was
back.
out
No, you're
there
right.
hunting niggas for fun. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. I forgot about that.
I was
I
like,
forgot
they
about
evil,
bro,
bro.
when
I'm good.
they like fuck, when they talked about that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But that was interesting to like. I'm glad they are starting to piece some stuff together because I mean that was more or less the fight, right? That
Right.
that the Rocks crew got. So I was like, oh snap, okay. I was
Yeah.
surprised that they highlighted that. So well, I mean not quickly, but you know, relatively. Thought we had some
Mhm.
more time there, but I do think we are starting to like wind down, wind down. It's like we're almost getting there. So shit.
That's how I feel like, but it's just also like, man, how y'all gonna answer all these questions? Because it does feel like we're nearing the what I would say is the final chapter of this shit. I don't know how long the final chapter is supposed to be, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as like getting all the answers to the questions and stuff, I feel like we're finally getting to that point.
Yeah,
Problem
yeah,
is,
for sure.
they introduced so many other questions to those that the questions I started with, I felt like if you even if they answered them, there's more questions because he's brought more things in. Like the
Like
racist thing is a big thing I'm kind of concerned about. Like,
the
how are
what?
you gonna close that up? Like the race thing with
The roasting.
so the Kuma stuff, for example. He's from a special tribe of people who are apparently were anti-god, or I don't know, but they're a special being of people. And then King's race, and then so I just felt like maybe the story they're gonna finally say is going to put it all together. But then there's
No.
hockey and devil fruits. I just am wondering how all these things are going to be answered in a way that seems satisfying.
Like honest, I think they're just gonna clean explain it
Say
with the
hi,
Void
Simon.
Century.
Say hi.
What's up, guy? What's up, little
Look
man?
at he walking around like normal now. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, that's his regular.
Time, bro.
All right, go to
But
mommy. Go.
but yeah,
But
I
I
was
don't.
just saying. I just think they're gonna like kind of wrap it up with the Void Century. I just feel like
Yeah.
at some point, someone's just gonna talk about the Void Century, and it's gonna talk about the races, the energy, the technology, etc. And just like like those One Piece like flashback arcs almost. We're
Yep.
probably gonna have like I don't know,
That to
maybe
answer all the
5, 6
questions.
chapters, and like there's gonna be a lot of pieces that like kind of naturally get thrown in there. Like Kuma's race is in there, King's race is in there. Like there's some they were part of like the Void Century Squad.
I don't think we're getting anything about races. Like I don't think that's.
I mean, I'm not saying that's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't think they're gonna have arcs on the races. I think they're gonna like treat it nonchalantly, just to give.
I don't like answer it through the answer something else. I see what you're saying.
I don't know what they have to answer about it. Like I think they're just gonna. It is what it is. There's just these different races, and that is what it is. Like,
but it seems like that's an important plot point to a degree, only because of like the royalty aspect and like the fact that some of these people have. So, for example, Kuma's race specifically tied to the lore of the story. Like there was something about these people that called them deemed them evil, even though they were good or whatever.
No,
right?
I mean that's because they worship like the sun god. That's really all I took from
that. Was it? Oh,
and
okay.
that's why they killed them because like they
okay. Well, I missed that part.
I mean, I know at a minimum though, King. I mean, like
no. I think you're right. I missed it in terms of like I didn't know that was really like all there was to it. And to me, it felt more like deeper, right? Like the build of them, like all this other little special attributes that come with their Buccaneer race. It just felt like it was more than just all these niggas worship motherfucker. They were actually they had attributes that are different than other people too.
Now I wish there would be like some explanation, right? I don't think we will because why was niggas like Whitebeard so big and like Big Mom like
but I feel like what Jug is saying, it might get answered like not directly but indirectly through through the flashback answering a bigger question. So like I can see that because Oda's done that for other things where it's like it wasn't like I'm gonna focus on this, but like the flashback, like those plot threads in the world. So like if you take a Sabondi or whatever, there was all these like little interactions, and then finally when we went to the flashback with Tom, it was like, oh, this is why the mermaid lady was important, the old mermaid lady. This is why like these are how all these little pieces connected while we're actually still just trying to answer like a bigger story about Tom. But it explains how all of these things got fractured. So
I think if we get it
like that.
It'll probably be like with the Giants.
Yeah. That's how I know we moving fast because I'm like, man, we already about to go to Elbath. I don't feel like Usopp's where he needed to be.
Right? You say already, which is like.
And that's the thing. One Piece as a series, One Piece as a reader moves slower than the actual series is moving, to me. I would think. That's what it feels like. Maybe time-wise I'm wrong, but like,
Say it again.
So like as a reader, I feel like I've spent more time in One Piece. So think of it like this. Imagine 100-page thing that you're reading over like a week that only represents a day of time. That's what I felt like One Piece is reading it sometimes. I might actually be wrong on the actual numbers. It might actually be longer than I've spent reading it, the amount of time that's passed. But like holistically with the arc, what we're reading right now, that's 10 chapters, is probably settled. It's not going to go a whole day. It's a 2-hour fight.
Outside the time skip, you're probably right. Like I think the time skip is longer than all the other things put together. Like,
so that's how I feel about it. I'm just like, okay, well, like, I mean, you're going fast but going slow at the same time. Like going to Elbath to me felt like a year's journey, and technically it was if you include the time skip. But without the time skip, how much time has passed since Fishman till now? Are we talking a year? Are we talking months? Because to me, it might be somewhere around months, right? So literally, y'all just met up, and then boom, you going to Elbath is like crazy to me. That's what I mean when I say fast.
Yeah, it's months. Like I know we like we're like towards the end of One Piece, like story wise, but trust me, I think we got years and years to go. Like,
in terms of what they're gonna write, I can agree.
Like.
But when you say years and years, I'm not talking about decade. I would think like
2030.
Even
7?
2028. 2028 maybe.
28 I could believe. 2030. Yeah.
But you get like Wano, I think was like 3 years, like 3 or 4 years. Like
because if you call 50, if you call 50 chapters in a year.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
Taking some stuff up, so that's another
and he be taking his breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it
might be like 4 or 5 years, bro. I don't know.
I can see it. I can see 4 or 5. Can see 7, 8. 7, 8 is crazy. At that point,
No, yeah, I don't think 7,
he
8.
has to be writing a really great story for me to continue, or I'm out that bitch.
I mean,
you ain't answered the question 7, 8 years later. You got me fucked up.
It could be 10 years and I'll keep reading. It doesn't take much out of my life. I just
really
pop up on Thursday or Friday, whatever, and then read it, and I'm good.
That's if you stay consistent. Shit. If I fall off a little bit, I'm not coming back on that train.
I think all of Viz Media stuff's easy to stay up to date with. Like anything, all the shit that I gotta go find a random website for, that stuff be hard. Like I go like,
oh man, you gotta get that app. Aikido. I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Well, Apple don't give us those apps.
No, I have an iPhone, so yes, I'm telling you the app that you need to get so that you can do that. Talk about
No,
that's the version of what I was using on my Android to be able to read a lot of those other series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it from the manga standpoint. The only thing I would really want to talk about is Dune. If folks saw it, if not, we can just go straight to Goofy.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Okay.
Wait, you saw it?
Oh, you talking on mute?
No, I'm talking to Deuce. Like, did you see it?
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say,
I think it's super overhyped.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see
what have you been hearing?
But I do know how Dune ends from the book.
Oh, you read the books?
It's.
Give it to mom.
What do y'all gotta say about it? I mean, kind of like Aaron Yeager at the end, right?
Yeah, no, I just thought the movie. So to me, my knowledge of Dune has not come from the movies. I felt like if I watched Dune 1 and Dune 2, I wouldn't be able to tell you accurately what I experienced. I watched YouTube videos to fill in the blanks there, like to understand the culture, the Bene Gesserit, the Harkonnens, like to understand their actual dynamics. I went outside of the movies to do that because I didn't feel like they did a very good job. But to me, I just thought it was an enjoyable film. It gave me the art stuff that I think Dune is just beautiful to watch. So I enjoyed the first one because it was just really pretty. I feel like the second one kept that same energy. The only other thing I would add is the Jesus talk was fucking hilarious. So like because the main character dude is supposed to be like the savior or something in the Sand People's religion. The funny part about it is there's the one guy he meets, Stilgar, in the first movie becomes like the comedic relief about all his religious shit. So there'll just be random shit that he does. So like one point they're like trying to convince him that he's the savior. And then he's like, "No, man, I'm not trying to be nobody's savior. I'm just trying to save."
He's so humble.
And then Stilgar goes, "He's so humble." That's exactly what Jesus would say. Like they call him Liza El Gaib, but he's basically Jesus. So they're just like, "Oh yeah, that's the shit Jesus would say." And then at the end, same thing. He like in the middle of fighting Fade or whatever, and then this nigga just catch the Holy Ghost. He just like, Liza El Gaib. He just start like worshiping this nigga. So to me, I like that they seasoned it in because the first one was definitely way more serious. The second one, I like the comedic relief they got in with dude.
Yeah, the second one was better to me, and I think it was still a good movie, right? Maybe it might be like an online thing where like people have been saying like one of the greatest movies of all time type stuff, like, and I just didn't get it. Like
they gassing that. It was just an epic. Like,
you know, I ain't gonna lie. As far as I feel about it, and this is how I feel with like a lot of like sci-fi writers, is that like if you read their books, like they don't write well. They really don't. They just catch you with like a interesting thing. So like I read Dune off the hype because sci-fi niggas hyped it up, and I was like, bro, this has got to be like, this is trash. There's no way they can turn this into a movie. So the fact that they made a movie, every other Dune movie's been ass. The fact that they made a Dune movie that people are arguing is decent, that's why I know all the like the fans are hyping it. Because like if you read the book, you'll be like, they ain't making this into no movie. It's bullshit. And then half of the stuff in Dune, like literally, like not more than half, like 75% of stuff in Dune, Star Wars stole. So it's like everything you watch, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is like Star Wars," because they stole it from Dune.
Right, from Dune.
But it became popular. So it's like, what do you do with Dune? I thought Dune would just be unmakeable. But if they made some people like, power to you, man.
Sure was good. I enjoyed it. I to me, once again, it's the world building that I get into with that series, but it's you don't get that really from the movies. That's the problem. So I end up just like leaving the movies and going like, oh, I was really interested in that little thing they showed. Let me like go down the rabbit hole and understand more. Right? Like the Harkonnens are like, there's way more lore to them than you really get in the movie. All you get is like, yo, these some niggas that evil, basically. It's the summary. They just evil niggas.
Like I thought it was just me because like there were just things I didn't understand or I was confused about.
Yeah,
they just
it's a movie.
It's like
they leave a lot of shit
they
out.
expect you to do that research beforehand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's fair. That is basically the onus they put on you, but I think most people are still not doing it and enjoying it. That's the thing. I could still enjoy the film even though I didn't know what the fuck was going on because it was so goddamn pretty. That's really it. The first movie I went and rewatched. I was like, man, stuff makes some more sense now, but it only made more sense because I watched YouTube videos. Even having watched the second bit in the movie, the only thing I got were a couple of the callbacks in the second movie to the first one. There was a few callbacks there where I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they were doing with that scene. But as far as the lore and understanding the story, second movie didn't do shit to explain nothing. I didn't go back and go, oh, I get a House of Trades now. I totally get the bullshit dynamic or why he did that. I'm like, no, the YouTube videos got that for me. So
I still haven't watched either one of the movies. I've just been listening to what people say. My expectation is that people are gonna say it's ass. But I'm actually surprised people like it.
Them shits is
at
pretty,
the end
bro.
of the day, I don't know when I read it, I was like, oh, so he's the white man. I'm like,
oh, so you know that white savior complex is there for real.
If they portray that same thing, if they got across that, then I'm happy.
That's my thing. I felt like it's there, but I don't know if the audience really caught it. To me, I caught it because like I just am sensitive to that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the thing that was hard for me to buy in this century is that nigga Timothy Chalamet being any type of threat. I just couldn't buy it. Like if you see how skinny he looks in the clothing, and then like they be trying to say like, oh, you could go against blah 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 and this and that. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I don't really buy it. Like.
Yeah, they got to get him in a Marvel movie. Get him both.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if he's saying like, "Oh, I'm Jesus," right? Everybody in the same people would try him. If it wasn't for their fear of the religious aspect, the way Timothy Chalamet looks in that shit, I'm sorry, I wouldn't buy it. He would be getting tried at every place. Like, nah, bro, you got to get the ones with this strong nigga right here for we believe.
You got to run phase with our top 10 strongest dudes.
That's it. Every time he would have to, because you would really have to convince me. I'm like, this skinny dude, there's no way. No.
Yeah.
So yeah. But other than that, like I said, it's a beautiful movie.
Ever get tired of that trope? White man comes to indigenous people and then becomes their savior. Y'all gonna ever get tired of that trope, bro? I'm tired of it.
I feel like Dune was their way to sneak it back in. I feel like we were kind of chilling on it for a little bit, and then Dune got successful, and they're like, okay, cool, they still want this. But it's like, no, we don't. We just like it was pretty. Like, I'm telling you, the movie, it just looks really fucking good. I enjoy watching that shit. That's really it. That's why I watched it. I'm like, didn't understand what the fuck them niggas was saying or talking about. I was like, damn, that spaceship look cool as fuck. Look at how fucking gigantic that sandworm is. That thing is huge.
Oh yeah, that from the trailer that looked cool.
Yeah, the scale of it is beautiful. But yeah, shout out to Dune. You know, it looks like we're switching back to book movies because the Marvel movie's not in the scene.
Yeah, they only dropping one movie this next year.
Oh really? They finally gave up.
That's the only movie dropping.
They hope they can save the franchise.
What's the guy that is Immortal?
Which one?
The nigga with the two swords. Red. He get the red suit.
Oh, Deadpool.
Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool. That's the only movie coming out this year, right?
Yeah, that's what you just said. Oh yeah. Okay. I was lost. I thought you were talking about a different Immortal.
Yeah. I thought you said a Mormon. I was like, is Deadpool a Mormon?
Oh, Immortal.
Hey, bro. That sounds like a comic waiting to happen. All right, I think we can enter into MVPs and Goofies and call after that. So, whoever wants to go first,
I'm gonna knock mine out. You know, keep it a buck. My MVP is I'm gonna go with Fern from Freerun. She, is like a Freerun student, and she's real low key. You almost forget about her in the show, but that's just because she was surrounded by real niggas. But then when she get her opportunities to like show her stuff, she show it. She like that. I appreciate a person that uses one simple spell and make it work, and I respect Fern for that. So Fern is my MVP because she a real one, and she really walked up against that clone of Freyrin like she could kill it. That was wild. I love niggas with heart even when they get beat up. I love your heart, kiddo. And then
Oh
my
damn, Fury was
goofy,
going crazy.
I was about to say, don't you be calling Rock Lee a bum? Like what?
but he a bum. But I tell people that like I love he got heart. This is my issue. Niggas hype they gas Rock Lee. He's not him. It would be like if I gas Takamichi. He's not him. But the nigga got heart. That's all I can say. Rock Lee got heart, but he's a loser.
Yeah, he right. Because Fern's still like she's still like the one. Like that's just Freeman. Like anyone else, she's stronger than everybody else in that test. You know, besides like Freeman.
Not my nigga Denkin.
No,
He that nigga, but
he got them hands.
Yeah, bro, you a man, ain't you? And man, matter of fact, co-MVP, put my boy Denkin up there because in the history of mages, every time I see a mage, even Rudy is I'm mad at mana. My nigga Denkin said, "Hey, I'm a man, bro. Man come after mana, bro. What's up? Put the hands on it.
Stand on business.
Stand on business. I respect Denkin and Fern. Those are my MVPs. My Goofy is Gambit. You went out so soft, bro. You went out so soft. And before people start hating, I respect what he did at the end, big power stuff. But we been knew Gambit was like that. He's cold. But social emotionally, I didn't know he was like that. He kind of soft. He let Magneto come in his house, lead his X-Men, pipe his girl, shit talk him. Gambit the shit talk. He shit talking you, bro. He went out. He went out.
Man Gambit into an incel. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, bro. They disrespected Gambit, bro. I could not have. I would have never guessed Remy LeBeau, the Raging Cajun, would have went out like that, man. Pour one out for him.
Hey, RIP. I will go MVP. I'm gonna go Fuko from Undead Unluck. Without spoiling anything, I just think some of the big power reveals of this last piece of the arc has been good. I just really like her development as a character, and then having rewatched the anime, it's just good to see. Like, I almost want to give it to the author because the way he wrote the story was just basically the season one is just a prequel, and it just does a good job of getting you interested in a lot of the stuff that happens in the second one because he just lays the groundwork for a lot of them. Some of them are still a little unknown, but it's just shout out to Fuko and him for that. Goofy, I'm gonna give it to Kim Dong Hyun, and please don't beat me up because you are a mixed martial artist, but I gotta put your name out there from Physical 100 season 2. Yeah, man, there's a part where they do this challenge. he just oh man, he was up there, right? Just talking a lot of shit in the show, and I really thought he was gonna take it pretty far. But I think around the second or third quest, they have this thing where they're supposed to load this train up with bags and move it all the way to the end of the cart. So the finesse to that thing is you could either do multiple trips or one trip. And he was going against 3 other teams, and this nigga was so confident. He was like, bro, nobody can move this train in one trip. Nobody. Because he did it the trip before when it was a 2-man. He did it, and he was like, man, this shit heavy as hell. He said, you guys go for multiple trips. These niggas are going for multiple trips. His team was in second place when they got to loading the bags up into the train. He decided to do 2 trips. The other 2 teams decided to do 1. Halfway through his nigga doing the 1 trip, everyone else started doing their final trip, and this nigga was like, damn. He lost that, and then I think continued to make stupid mistakes till his team finally lost that whole quest. So I just disappointed. I just had a lot of high hopes for him, and he just fucked up. But yeah, I give it to him from season 2. Then there's another nigga that was a boxer that was like he couldn't. Go ahead.
Did they finish the season yet?
Yeah, it's done. I know one.
I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah,
first season was good too.
Yeah, no, it was solid. I think they're gonna bring it to America now. After this season 2, after the fact they got a second Korean season 2, I feel like they definitely gonna bring it to America. And they be and not shout out, but Koreans, bro. Y'all need to stop this xenophobia because dumb niggas really are scared of foreigners, bro. There was a black man. This is another shade to this dude too. Yeah, there was another shade to this dude. So they have after the first quest, they ranked them up into different numbers based off of how long they were able to run on this treadmill. So the niggas that went farthest distance was like number 1 all the way down to 100. So the top 50 got to pick from whoever they wanted. It could be top 50 or the bottom, but they could pick who they wanted to pair against inside of this like wrestling match. Basically, they're supposed to keep a ball for a minute. That's it. This guy, the MMA fighter I'm talking about, was like, man, I wanted to pick somebody people were going to be really scared of. So he walked around and he was like fake. Yeah, he was like fake pretending to pick people, right, to just get them nervous. He ends up picking a black guy. And then it's like, yeah, because, I know people would be really scared of him because he's a foreigner. I'm like, bro, y'all need to get this race shit out of here. Funny part was that nigga almost won on top of him, though. So that was another goofy shit there. I'm telling you, he almost got his ass in the quest. He was not playing. That black man had some shit in the back pocket for him. But yeah, so that's it. But yeah, Kim Dong-hoon, man, you my goofy so far from the last time because he was fucking up, bro. That dumb MMA, that the cauliflower got to your fucking head, bro. Whoever wants to go next, I think it's Deuce and Jugga.
I'll give my MVP to. I'm gonna do 2. One to Ayana Koji, just because like he is yet to see any like
always a
weakness in like his I guess his brain. He's still way above everyone else in the show. I feel like, except the teachers, of course.
The teachers are smarter than Ayana Koji?
Huh?
No.
The teachers are smarter than Ayana Koji?
No, but only like kind of L he took was because of the principal
season.
Oh, okay.
They're not smart.
Like the chess thing. But and then I also want to give it to Sung Jin Woo, I believe.
It's from Solo Leveling, the main character.
Solo Leveling. One of y'all said it today. I just like shit where people like level up. And this is like the greatest example of someone just leveling up. Literally that's what all it's about. Literally.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, make Goofy. I'll just give it to like My Hero, the entire series. It's just been. I think it's been 2 years now. It's just been 2 years. It's time. It's time for them to end it. Call it a wrap.
Permanent Goofy.
Fuck, this is gonna be tough. I mean, Sung Jin Woo definitely got to give it up for him as always. Just monster. Mash, always got to give it up to him, monster, and he does it hilariously. So
funny,
can't even do words. One show I forgot to mention, just going back in time for a hot second, that was like low key really funny to me. It's like one of the broken isekais, but y'all hear my instant death ability is so overpowered, no one could beat me.
I've heard of this title, yes.
It's low key hilarious because like Buddy, like long story short, it's about an isekai kid who literally is like some kind of legendary embodiment of like life. So he has complete control over life and death. So if he says you're dead, you're dead. And that could be for anything, like it's broken enough where it's just like, oh, you're about to like throw some fire. Your fire is now dead. You know what I mean? Like just stupid broken. And there's just been multiple times where people's like, yeah, it don't matter. I'm enough in God. I could beat you. All right, you're dead. And they just die. Like there's no question. There's no hesitation. They just die. And that shit is like the funniest ish I've like seen in a minute. So I would probably give that show MVP like overall. That was kind of fun.
Okay.
Goofy. Low key, I actually want to call Rob Lucci a Goofy. For challenging
trying to run back
1v1. I mean, if I'm being honest, like no matter how you look at that scenario, that was just foolish to do.
But he's in CP0.
No, I gotta defend him, bro. It wasn't that.
1v1 a Yonko, like no, I'm sorry.
You gotta see like he he thought like, oh, I fought him.
It's lip service.
That's what I'm saying.
We
That's
were like,
why
Yeah, he thought it was lip service.
We were the same level, so he can't get that strong in 2 years, right? All right, we're probably about the same.
Exactly.
No, but real talk though, real talk. In like we said, a few months, I could also buy why somebody would believe that Luffy being a Yonko was a little lip service.
A little sketchy, yeah. Like
I still think it's goofy for him to try it because once again, he got his ass beat. So like, even if you leveled up a little bit, it's like I think he's still running off the high when they caught them off guard the first time.
Exactly.
Like that very first fight they had.
Bro, I'm even gonna say like, even when they fought the first time, he really beat Luffy. Like he beat.
That's what I'm saying. He's running off that high though.
No.
But my
I
thing
mean
is
the actual fight, not on the train. I mean the actual fight. He beat Luffy, and then Usopp had to come and be like, "Wake up, Luffy, wake up!" All that bullshit. But like, look. I get it, bro. You
CP0 has intel. They were there at every major event. They were there on Whole Cake. They were there in Kaido's place. Them niggas saw what they saw. And Rob Lucci is very aware of what they saw. I don't know, bro. I'm actually kind of leaning more towards Jugga. I don't know, nigga. I don't think he had an excuse. I was with you at first, but now I'm like, nah, bro. It's well documented what happened. Documented.
Oh, he thought they jumped Kaido, and that was it. That's all.
But that was well documented, bro. Them CP0 niggas was there, like they saw it.
Kaido killed that, like knocked that buddy out. Remember?
So but remember, they were still around because they had fights later. I thought Jinbei fought one of them.
I don't know, maybe
I can't remember timing.
I'm just saying,
my point is that they knew enough where a 1v1 was really too risky at that point in time. Like I felt like he could have played that smarter. Long story short, like,
that's true. And if he knows anything about Sun God Nika, that was a big folly on his point. I don't know how much information they had privy to it, but if the world government elders shared any of that information with CP0, then yeah, he was a big goofy for trying. At that point, I knew. It wasn't for me. I'm a Zoan. I can't. A fucking dragon got beat. You good, bro? This leopard ain't doing shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good.
Fuck them 6 hearts. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we good here. We will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Bye. Until next time.